It finally came out how I wanted it to.
Yay! And we are live.
Woo! Live! Wow! And welcome to this week's episode of Thanks for Playing, the show where things happen sometimes. Last week, things happened, and some of them sucked. The party got bad, and it was New Year's, and they were like, and they vibed, and it was great. As you can see from Jake, he's, showing off exactly how they vibe right now. And it was great. And then they woke up in the morning and there was a mysterious rider coming towards the trading post. And they were like, yo, what up? And he was like, not saying nothing. They were like, yo, what up? And he's like, not saying nothing. And then they found out Colin and he was dead. And he was also really he was like super murdered, like super unalive.
Yeah.
So they buried him. That was nice. Here. And that's where we're going to pick up. Brief announcements. Next week, the healer. Yay! You guys are gonna have a dedicated healer again. They're just people who can heal. Isn't that nice?
It is.
Not nice. So today we're gonna get on our way. Let's go.
Yes.
So, it takes y'all, anyone who participates, quite a few hours, obviously, to bury acquaintance Colin. Though it has had a series of warmer days, obviously, and so the ground is not as snow covered as it could be. It's still pretty frozen, It cold. It does make it a little harder to get through. So it does take, some time. But you do get through it. You do make a hole. And you do bury the dude. It's sad. Fuck the Stag Lord.
Fuck the Stag Lord, yes. 110 fucking percent.
Hashtag fuck the Stag Lord.
I'm not even in the game. Fuck.
Okay.
I'm there now. I just forgot to press enter.
It's okay. It's okay. We forgive you. It's okay, I didn't have Roll20 open either. Yay for preparation. So, it's probably definitely post lunchtime by the time you guys finish the whole burial process, shall we say? But what would you like to do with the rest of your incredibly wonderful New Year's Day? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
For a while after they've buried Colin, Sakura will be basically pacing in the fort, looking very agitated.
She did stab a gate.
She did. So I would like to either find Grokon or Slate, whoever is closer.
Last I checked, they were both doing the burial process.
Well,
so
Sakura would have been too, but
We're all doing the burial thing.
Yeah, this is like immediately afterwards. So you're all still in the same. You're standing around the no longer a hole.
okay. She won't look at either one of them. What are we gonna do about him?
Grokon being rather tired after digging a hole, just kind of looks up at her and says, "We just buried him."
No, I mean the Stag Lord. I mean, it was always a plan that we were going to remove him. But this... This makes me so angry.
Well, the last thing we want to do is immediately charge after him. Because A, we don't know exactly where he is. And B, he may be baiting us. So why potentially walk right into that trap?
No, you're right. But I still
Methodically
think
clearing out these lands is the only way to erode, hopefully build up our own forces. We have no idea how many bandits he has at his disposal. And right now it's the three of us. We might be able to petition some of the reformed bandits that are now out at Silk Hollow. Maybe we convince Haps to participate. Maybe we convince Jihad to participate. And that gives us a standing army of 3 plus 6 plus 1, 10 people. If we're lucky, maybe we get Testin and his guys to help us too. That gives us a whopping total of 14, 15 if 13, 15 if Maine and Norwood have returned. Mathematically, without even knowing where he is, hard to just rally everybody up and go charging with minimal information. He clearly needs to die. I'm not going to debate that. But we have to do it intelligently.
I do agree. Especially on the dying part. And I know charging isn't a smart thing to do. I feel like I have to do something right now or I'm gonna burst.
I highly recommend a glass of water. And maybe a walk to clear your head. And then when you're ready, meet us at the picnic table so that we can get the map out and figure out what our next actions are going to be. But right now, if you feel like you're going to burst, you're not in any place to make any judgments or decisions. I'm just tired, so I want some water. Slate, you want some water?
Yes.
Fantastic. And Grogan will just head back towards Oleg's trading post so that he can get some water.
All right. Not hard to find, luckily, between the light snow that's been sprinkling all morning, which has knocked off about this time, about within this hour. The light snow knocks off. It's still fairly foggy. Visibility is still very low, but no longer active snow. And actually, it warms up throughout the day. It was, suffice to say, fucking cold this morning. Below freezing, but it warms up pretty significantly through the day as y'all drink some water, collect your thoughts, and gather at the table to plan your next move. So, right now, you are here. Yes, okay, you're on the right map. Good, excellent. Look at me, so prepared.
So after she's walked and tried to cool down, she'll come back with the map and lay it down in front of the table, in front of the both of them. She still looks a little annoyed, but she's definitely a lot calmer than before.
You alright?
Honestly, no, but doing something productive and will help with that.
Good. Okay. Made a pretty successful venture east into the plain. All things considered. Discovered some resources. We have settlement beginning. Fantastic. Really hoping Maine would have been back by now, but he's not. The biggest threat to us right now are the woods surrounding Oleg's trading post. Beyond that, we could then look to those plains to the west. But I think our best course of action, now that we've had an open threat come to our doorstep, is to make sure that there isn't an imminent threat on its way.
I have to agree.
Sounds right.
So instead of the
think-
original plans?
Hmm.
Go ahead.
I think our best option is to go this way, then this way, then this way. And after we have proven that we are secure in the very near area, we feel comfortable at that point, we can either come back to the fort and regroup, or excuse me, the trading post and regroup, or we can make our way this way. Your thoughts?
I think once we go through the woods, secure the area around us, I think at that point we can decide if we want to go to the plains or come back. It would be hard to tell what our conditions would be at the end of that.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, if it takes too long or, we need to regroup, we're right next to Oleg's, and, if we travel a bit lighter, especially with rations and such, we'll have less encounters with the wolves if we don't have too much food on us.
I mean, it might be wisest to go on foot so that we're less observable, less easy to track. The last thing I want is for us to walk right into something where we're unable to maneuver because of the wagon.
Or the horses.
Then all the more reason that we should probably just go through and secure the words and then come back. At least making that the plan for now. I mean, that's my opinion, at the very least.
Makes sense to me.
Also makes sense to me.
I'm also not very strong, so, there's not a lot I can carry. But
Well, then figure out what we need to take, and that's all we're going to take.
So it sounds like you have a plan.
Yes.
I'm going to.
Hit those forest hexes, two of which you have been in previously but did not fully explore.
Mhm.
Well, one of you has. And then head back to Oleg's, and then, should time allow, head further out and hit those plain hexes to the west. Alright.
There is one other thing we should probably talk about as well. With your sister gone, the charter only has you on it.
It does. Well, and Maine, but Maine's not here at the moment.
Is Mayeen actually on it?
Mhm. When we first met him, he sent that he was sent by Valara.
Yeah, he was sent by Valara. He's not part of the charter.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Valara just sent him along. She were technically he was escorted down this way by Keston and Co. due to his backstory stuff. Valara heard about it and said, "This is a place you can specifically head." But he's not on the charter.
Oh, then that was
You are
my...
literally the only person on it.
Gotcha. That was my misunderstanding. I thought that
Yeah.
because she sent him, that meant he was part of the charter.
Yeah, no, the charter is separate to her sending help.
Okay.
Yeah, you're it. No pressure.
So I guess...
Might be good to add a few names to that list just to make sure. Even just letting Valara add Mayeen to it.
Well, I know that I had sent a letter to her when we had gotten back about a week ago. And specifically adding all of you to the charter. If you guys were interested, I mean, that offer is still open. It's just... I haven't heard anything back officially, but from my understanding, I do have the authority to add those I trust.
Yeah, I am having connection issues actually.
Same, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Look-
reloaded and it's not loading now. It's just frozen.
Yeah. Luckily, I have it frozen on the map we will need for today, so I can kind of
Yeah.
let y'all know what up.
I reloaded. That was my problem. I should
Yeah.
have just left it.
Yeah, you should have just left it. Yeah, because I kept every time I would be like, I have a connection issue. So I'm like, I'm just
Roll
not going to
20's
touch
not
anything.
even opening now.
Yeah, it's definitely a Roll20 issue. Especially if we're all having...
Yeah, so I'm
I
just
know
gonna
it's a
go-
roll 20.
So it's okay.
That's not what I'm worried about.
If we
It
need
wasn't
to, we will theater of the mind a map. We'll make it work.
Well, there's a
Well-
reason I have my character sheet off of that website.
Welcome to improv.
Oh, yeah. I remember where we were going, so it's fine. It's not huge.
Yeah. Like I said, luckily, I still have access to the map. So,
Yeah,
Anyway.
technical issues. That's not our fault.
But if you already have Mayeen added, that's good. Or going to be added. But I guess you're waiting for a letter back from her
well, I'm
to know whether or not it's...
throw this out here. Two things.
Mhm.
One, when y'all discuss the charter, you are deputized to add anyone you want.
Yeah, that... I said that.
Okay. Secondly, Brevoy is 2 weeks away from messages and shipping.
Mhm.
So your letter's going to take 2 weeks to get there.
Yeah.
And then assuming she replies the day she receives it, it will be another 2 days before it comes back.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2
You said
weeks.
2 days.
Sorry, 2 weeks.
It's okay. We got you.
So
We're
you're
not
looking at
getting-
roughly a month before you hear anything.
The
Right.
thing. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
ask forgiveness, not permission.
Do you have the charter with you? Like the form, the
Yeah.
paper?
Yes, I do. And she'll get up from the table and go and pull it out from her bag in the guest house. And read it back to show them so that they could read it over and see what it
Yeah,
says.
I'll 100% read that charter over.
Do you guys need me to read that to you?
If you can send it to me.
It's in the player's guide, if I remember correctly.
Is it?
Tis.
I just don't know if I have the player's guide downloaded right now.
Yeah,
I do not have the player's guide for King.
I got you. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, my food's here. I'll be right back.
Okay. My dispelled dice has been shipped. A fancy dice are on their way.
Yay for fancy
Anyway.
dice.
Anyway, back to the thing that's important right now. Cough, cough. Very the important. Okay. Bloop. No, just this part, my dude. And boop. We'll put it in info. There y'all go.
Ah, player's guide.
But yeah, Cora will lay it
The
down.
date is wrong. In what I posted it into info for y'all.
Mhm.
She'll tell C-Screen when she gets back. The date is wrong because obviously that's just directly from the guide and y'all left at a different time. But the rest of the wording is yes. And technically that's when the charters were issued, so it's technically not really wrong. You just didn't leave that day.
Yeah.
Because oh, yeah, no.
Things happen, and we're the second team.
Hip hop, hooray. Oh, I feel like I'm the third team. Let's go.
You are.
Yes, man.
You're not even the B team. But yeah, and there are certain things that are not actually written that are, you know, obviously were discussed in the meeting, such as the whole deputization thing, and but technically that's the official wording.
Yes.
The bearer of this charter. Got it.
And so that's the part that was discussed, which is technically, you know,
Technically, you just have to have it in your possession, but
right.
you will sign it.
Yeah.
Come on, roll 20.
I know, right? I'm just like not refreshing it until so that way at least I have map.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily if I need to, I do have those maps saved that don't have the stuff on them.
But it's so handy
But I do
to
have
the
the-
stuff.
Huh?
It's so handy to have the stuff.
Yes, but if it's no map or
True.
map without stuff, you can fucking deal.
Yeah, I'll take map without stuff 10 times out of 10 there.
Yeah,
Oh, show.
for sure. Which yeah, that I can go ahead and post. So at least you guys can like have a frame of reference.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I just have a black screen that says loading, determining scale sizes.
No, my point is I can post it in info.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So that way y'all have at least the base map to look at.
Yeah.
There you go. And you know that where the two roads meet, that is the Oleg hex.
Yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
kind of work it from there.
Correct.
And like I said, I haven't refreshed, so I have the path y'all have said you're taking.
Yeah.
So I can, between the two points, we can make it work.
Yeah. We can do it. Cece, come back.
So you're gonna do it a lot better when CC returns.
Because I want to talk and I want to RP, but it feels weird not to do it with her here. Because I feel like anything I'm about to say, she should hear.
I mean, you know, you're right. But yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna put this together.
In the
tomorrow.
meantime, chat, if you have questions for any of the players,
Yeah.
feel free to throw them out there, and we will absolutely do what we can to answer. I cannot see the chat, guys, so if something comes in that I need to talk about, please throw it my direction.
Yeah. I'll let you know if there's any questions. I don't know what it is about Friday nights. Any other time of the week, I'm fine. Friday nights, I get hot and cold at the same time. I think it's probably because of the lamp. The lamp's making my head warm, but the rest of my body is cold. Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry, I had to get food for my kid as well. So
Yeah.
Damn those parenting responsibilities.
Here, just to give you the slightly updated version. O stands for Oleg. It's in InfoCC. I posted the maps that we all have a frame of reference. It doesn't have all the landmarks
Oh.
on it, but at least that way you can kind of
cool.
I thought
reference it.
I thought we were going down to the radish patch over to.
I don't know. Y'all described a completely different path last week, so I'm a
Yeah.
little at a loss because y'all
I'm
were gonna go
sorry.
straight across and then hook back around,
Yeah, sorry. I got to thinking about it there.
and then now you're doing like a circle like this, and then you're going like.
It's okay. Blame Jake.
I do.
For your
Anyway,
reference,
those are the three. So just use those as numbers. And so
For
if you
your-
go 3, 2, 1 instead, that's fine. Like if you
for
go
your
1, 2,
reference,
3.
Rowan,
Yes.
hex number. The first hex we will be headed to is the Radish Patch hex, which is to the bottom right from Oleg's and to the right of number 3.
It would be 4, is what we're gonna
Yes.
say.
Yes.
Okay.
The route described was 431.
Okay.
Yes. For your assistance and understanding.
Okay. Because like I said, the initial one described last week would have been Oleg's 1,
And
loop
then
ramp
out into
2.
the plains. Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I was all prepped for.
Yeah, I know.
The lucky thing is I have all those hexes prepped. It's just different order now, but
Yeah.
so as a result, I'm a little,
I realized that as I was speaking in the roleplay there, that I was hijacking what we had already talked about. But
It's okay. The point is y'all are going to the same hexes, just in a different order, and I can work with that.
yes,
So, 4,
3-1.
4, 3, 1. I can work that. And I just have that in my paint program, so as I need to, I can kind of update things until we get Roll20 back. Because it's not back, by the way. Just
CC, jeez. Neffy, for streaming purposes, do we need to do anything so the viewers can see the map and what we're doing?
Oh, I can go to the map because I still have it up. Just ignore the big red warning sign at the top.
Cool. That makes 2 of us.
Fantastic.
So
Just ignore the thing that says no.
going here, here, and then here.
And then if we get into combat and it's still not up, I recommend that everybody pull up an Excel file and we can do grids and...
Edit.
Huh?
I don't have Excel, dear.
Oh, well, damn.
It's okay.
We'll make it work.
If it gets there, we'll figure it out.
Fantastic.
Just trust the nodding DM here, okay? If it's likely that happens, we'll work it out at that point.
Okay.
It's called Theater of the Mind, folks. Theater of the Mind.
Yep.
All right. Let's
Because
do this
I have spare
then.
maps on my thing. I could always do measurements for y'all, so it's okay. So, alrighty. So, number 4 is the first hex you go to, which is which you guys know is the Radish Patch.
We haven't seen it, but we're told it's there.
Yeah.
Yes. So, do y'all leave that day, or are you going to rest for the day, pack everything, and then leave the next day? That's what I thought. Okay, so it will now be the 2nd. Cool.
Yeah, the last thing I want to do is dig a 6-foot deep hole and then turn around and go traveling.
Yeah, no.
No, absolutely.
Before we leave though,
Okay.
I do want to try to talk to Haps and Oleg.
Okay. Quick question, just so I clarify, because I know that the discussion got interrupted. Are you adding more people to the charter? Are you not adding more people? Just so I'm tracking.
That is up to Grokon and Slate if they want to be added. I'm going to add Maine to it.
Okay.
So.
All
And it's
right,
just not
you
yours
wanted to
officially.
role play that scene before Cece got up for food, so fire away.
Let's go.
Yes. As you can see, here's the charter that we signed before we left. As I said before, I mean, I was going to wait until Maine came back so we could all discuss it together, but with Kana gone, I'm okay with adding all of you to this if you were interested. There's no pressure. I mean, it's not something you have to do, but the offer's there. I do trust both of you. So if you wanted,
See Grokon kind of lean back in his seat and slump a little bit, take a deep breath. He'll turn and look at Slate.
Slate's reading over the thing to see what exactly is said into it. Make sure there's not any, small writing. And he'll look over at Grokon. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of things like this. I don't like having my name attached to things of attachments of nobility for reasons.
I can understand that.
Sakura, do you know why I headed this direction? Why I was spurred to head this direction?
I remember you saying that you were looking for something in the east, ruins of some sort.
In my culture, in our history, we have connection to that land. And when my mother threw the bones and proclaimed my fortune, that I would achieve something, gain something, be offered a great opportunity to the east, I assumed, perhaps incorrectly, that was related to our lost knowledge and colonies of Iberia.
Sorry.
Mid-sentence, Grokon just turns and looks at Slate.
I didn't think it would be that loud, but my bad.
It's okay.
You're such a redeeming traveling companion, my friend.
And these are both attention.
Yeah, I was about to say Slate would be like, it broke the tension. I'm okay with this.
Maybe this is what the bones were saying. I'll sign your charter.
I didn't even think about it that time either.
She nods and well, actually Slate has it, so.
Yeah, I'm just looking over it, reading fine line, and I'll set it back down in front of you. Why Grokon's talking?
Okay.
So you would have it back.
Okay.
Technically.
Then she'll turn it around and kind
You're
of.
muted, Pop Tart.
Discord. info. I posted it so you can read through it in case. you
Yeah,
missed
no, I was.
it. Okay, cool.
But she'll turn the charter around and slide it across the table towards Grokon. Realize that she didn't grab a pen and run off to go grab it.
Grogan will turn and look at Slate and go, "Can I borrow your writing utensil you carry everywhere?"
Yeah, I would have pulled one out and handed it over to him when I noticed that she didn't.
So while Sakura's gone finding a pen from somebody else,
Well, she
Yeah.
has one, but
you just said you ran off to go find a writing utensil. So
oh yeah. No, I meant
You
it's
have
in
to
her
go
bag.
grab yours.
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm
Like,
saying
mine's
while you're
always
off
on
doing
me,
that,
so I'm just handing it over to Slate.
So while Sakura runs off, Grogan will grab Slate's pencil, pen, whatever, and write his name on the charter and hand the writing utensil back to Slate,
Take it back.
and turn the charter back around to where Sakura was sitting, since it's now completed.
And she'll come back a few moments later with a pen and sit back down and notice the
they signed it in
papers.
blood. It's fine. That's what Grokon has those tusks for.
She takes a deep breath.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but did you forget that our friend literally writes everything down that we encounter?
I did.
To be
Which
fair,
is
I haven't really done it in a few days in front of her, so it's a fair assumption to forget.
in getting caught up in the moment.
Grokan kind of chuckles in that way that, like, the last day has just been
Insane.
physically and mentally abusive, and he's like almost slap happy about it, and it'll be okay.
She looks to Slate one more time. I know you don't want.
Slate's just looking down at the charter as you speak.
I know you don't want to have your name attached, but I hope you know that even if your name isn't on here, if you wanted to be, you could still be part of this charter. Well, you've seen how I've been the past couple of weeks.
Frantic, emotional,
To say
mentally
the least.
disturbed.
There's a lot I don't understand. So the more help I can get, the more I appreciate it. But I want to make sure that if you have anything to say, that it will be heard as part of the charter.
Slate takes a moment and gives a soft sigh before reaching over and grabbing the charter from in front of her. And he'll sign his name. He'll sign Slate on it and hand it back to her. The only thing I want in the end of all of this is a place. A spot.
You'll have it. She'll start rolling up the paper. That's
He'll
why I'm
open
out
his
here.
book and note that down, by the way. I would do it right now, but food.
This calls for a toast.
I can't agree more.
And Grokan will get up and go inside to see if we can borrow some cups.
easy enough to procure cups. There are many, so feel free.
And then we will have some more iced wine.
Oh, yay! It's something you take very little of, because it is strong.
It's not that it's strong, it's just that it's rare. And I don't have a lot of it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But this feels like the right opportunity to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
Once glasses have been poured, being the orator that he is, to new beginnings, and to purging the lands from the stains that exist.
To finding home and a place to call our own.
To new journeys and new adventures.
Ching.
hopefully not dying anytime soon.
Yeah, that too.
Yes.
That's what Slate's thinking in the back of his head the entire
Yeah, it's just
time.
I'm just inner thoughts. It's okay,
Well, you
it's
all
one year.
God. You know what we're thinking.
Yeah, true.
Mighty and powerful God.
Tulio and Miguel, the best bards and rogues.
And so, after a, suffice to say, harrowing day of general fuckery, fresh and foul fuckery, in fact, you sign your souls away onto a charter that will hopefully benefit you at some point. And then you have ice wine. Because that seems like the right follow-up for this bullshit.
Of a bullshit of a day? Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Ice wine. Huzzah! Happy New Year indeed. So,
I forgot it was New Year. Jeez, we've talked about it like
yeah,
5
it's
times.
yeah. Today's this has all happened on the first day of the year. Hopefully, not an indicator of what you have to look forward to. But who knows? Except me. I know. Everyone else is eating delicious food.
I would hope so. If you didn't know, I'd be really concerned.
Oh, I know. I have shit rolled, friend. For this session alone. Let's go. So,
Before we do move on, at least for Oleg, we don't have to RP it, but I want to see if he has a dagger. And I want to sell my 2 chakrams to him in trade for the dagger if he has them.
sure. Yeah, he'll make that. Yeah, he'll make that trade. Let's go.
Okay. I don't know where I put those. I'll deal with it later. I'll find them later. Move them.
Yes, if I say
Actually, it
you
won't
say
work
I-
anyways.
yeah. So I say if you say I want to trade both of these things for that one thing, he will go. All right.
Well, I mean, there are only 2 gold to buy, so I would get 1 gold back, and I think a dagger is 2 gold, so it's fair trade, right?
That
Sure.
math works out.
That I don't remember off the top of my head, but suffice to say, you would get pocket change at worst, so it's fine.
Yeah.
If you get a gold back, well, you sacrificed it. It was a tip. If you don't get, if you're supposed to pay the gold, he's fine. Where else are you really gonna go? So, like, you know. So, you rest. It's a lot quieter around here without all those boys outside the walls. You rest easy, cozily, wherever you goes, knowing your milkshakes are safe.
Grokon will move into the guest house.
Yeah, there's 4 beds in there, so.
I will also be in the guest house now because I think I was just. I don't know where the fuck I was sleeping, but if I wasn't already in the guest house, I'm in the guest house now.
Surprised on tracking you were in the guest house, so.
Yeah.
I never stated where I was. I realized that earlier on.
I kind
So
of
I
figure if
just
you
was
don't
like-
state where and there's a bed free, you stay in the guest house.
Probably.
So, with that, you have a quiet night's sleep. Really quiet. In fact, you might have a little trouble sleeping because it's so quiet now. On the other hand, you also travel out in the plains, so maybe not that quiet. So, the morning comes.
No dreams. Okay.
No dreams tonight. This night, blissful dreamlessness.
We worked
Thank
really
God.
hard. We just.
Honestly, y'all
Yeah.
were fucking
No.
exhausted.
Yeah. Fair.
So
Yeah,
like,
fair.
dreams are like, nah, bruh, tomorrow maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
Just put on pause. We're fine. They're not going anywhere. No, we can't reach them. But yeah, it is a foggy morning, below freezing again, so chilly as fuck right now.
Yeah.
But again, it promises to warm up through the day. It will be a high of 45, by the way.
Balmy.
Yep, and it will be foggy and cloudy all day. Just to answer that question ahead of time. I have the weather written out now, y'all, including times when it changes.
Woo! Prepared!
The only
They're
one
very
that's
vague
really
times.
good.
It's supposed to be like, hey, in the morning this happens, and then by afternoon it's clearer, or whatever. But nonetheless, it's written. I have it.
Does it at least allow you to have one less tab open?
Oh no, that's still open, because I need it to have it all the time for when I have to do other things. Because I don't know how far you guys are going to get in a single session.
Fair enough. I hope.
But regardless, I have 11 days worth of rolls and weather and stuff written out already, so hopefully...
You remind me that's what I need to do for next week
Mm-hmm.
because I haven't rolled encounters. I've done everything else, but not the encounters.
Yeah.
But
So, you guys pack your things. You have a easygoing breakfast. It's oatmeal. It's tasty. It's got a little honey to it. It's nice.
Yay!
And then, sans horses. Oh, hi, Shro. You prepare yourselves to travel out. What? What?
Ma.
I'm kind of doing something right now, buddy. What?
Ma.
Okay. Okay, I love you. What? Anyway. He's usually not quite this chatty. So I'm confused. Buddy, you can step over that. It's a piece of paper. Okay. It's like, I don't know. It might be hiding a hole under it. It might be. It's not. But you're right, it might be. Sorry. Weird cat. Anyway. So. By the end of the day, you will reach the Radish Patch, because you have to travel through the hex you're in. So by the end of the day, you'll reach Radish Patch. And then tomorrow, day 1, will begin. Just so that we're clear on
Okay.
how that timeline works. Cool.
Okay. Yep, that works.
Yeah. Because always the first day of travel, it's you getting through the hex you're already in. That's how I count it, just to make it easy.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. Technically it'd be half day, but like, meh. So. Luckily, this day is a quiet motherfucking day. Because you've been in this hex a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also had numerous people through it. So this hex tends to be pretty quiet. Yay.
Hashtag not mad.
Indeed. And though you all slept well, not really having to deal with much shit today, not a bad thing.
Yeah.
You may talk amongst yourselves if you so desire, but otherwise, the day is quiet. And long. Awesome.
I imagine some small talk.
How's the weather? Foggy, cold, foggy, so foggy. Yeah, with the fog, visibility is reduced by about half. So, not a whole lot to look. Not a lot of sightseeing happening today until that burns off midday-ish. At least enough that it's still kind of misty out there, but your
You can-
visibility you can make out shapes. And most foggy days will be like that, where earlier in the day it will be, visibility lowered, um, depending on how foggy it is that day. But most days it'll burn off by midday-ish, at least enough that you can make shapes. I'll try to specify if it's foggy, it'll burn off. If it's misty, that's gonna stay on.
Well,
That'll be
we're just trying to get to the edge of the forest today.
Yeah, so not too hard to travel towards vaguely tree-shaped thing.
Yeah.
And you do. And so you set up camp on the edge of forest. You prepare yourselves for a cozy night. You can tell there's clouds, and so between that and just kind of the feeling of the air, you assume there's probably some precipitation on its way. So that's something you particularly, Grokon, pay attention to. You get some indication tomorrow, probably some precipitation. That'll suck, but you'll be in tree cover, so it won't be so bad. And the night cools down. Again, pretty simple fare at the fire. Plain, filling, hot.
Food.
I rolled a 21 for survival,
Okay.
so we foraged enough.
Yeah.
That's good because I rolled a 5.
And then you retire to bed for the evening. Still probably fairly exhausted from the day before, to be fair.
Sore muscles. A little worried. Yeah, sounds about
Especially
right.
we're not used to it.
Yeah.
I definitely am. So.
Yeah. It is now Abadias the 3rd. Or January 3rd for those of us in this world. It will be a high of 46 and a low of 27. So when you wake up, it's cold. It's chilly. And it has already begun with a light rain.
Sakura's gonna try bundling up a little bit more just to try to keep herself dry. But she'll make sure that there's extra tea and coffee ready to warm everybody up.
All right. I was gonna say I heard the crying of a child, so.
I am curious.
What do you
It
heard
wasn't
about?
me this time crying, so
I know,
not very
right?
shocked.
Oh, it still works. Okay. So I can still use my sheet because I'm still logged in. That's good.
Cool.
Because I don't like my dice. They hate me. At least Roll20 seems to like me a little bit
So
more.
do the Roll20 dice. Like, I'm just throwing that out there. All dice do. It doesn't matter.
True.
Neffy, you're like the female Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton has better dice luck, though.
Does he though? He rolls a lot of ones.
He rolls a lot of ones, but he also occasionally rolls a 20.
Well, so too do Neffy's roll 20 dice.
Understood, sir. You make a valid argument.
But anytime she rolls her actual dice, it's like 5, 3, 1, 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Not
saying.
my problem.
The Roll20 seems to like me just a little bit more. At least in this game. In other games,
This gives me a chance to scroll back down to the thing I need to scroll to. Because I had to scroll up to get you guys that charter. Now I can scroll back down. Hello, down.
Hello, information that we don't know yet.
I mean,
Find down, this is up.
some of it, you know.
Like, there's a radish patch here?
Supposedly. You know, there has been at some point.
That's fair.
Yes, I hear a child. Cry, child.
Interrupting these adult games. Jeez.
You right?
Kitty, kitty. Kitty. Welcome back.
Hello.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, we heard a child crying.
Yeah, she's pissed off at me now. So it's
Okay. That's always
Yeah.
fun. Get a little something different going. There we go. All right, so you guys wake up. It is a cold, lightly rainy morning.
Roll 20 finally loaded.
Roll 20's back? Huzzah! Oh, oh god, it is Frabjous Day. Guys, roll 20's back.
Yay!
Yee. Cool. So, anyway, you have a easy enough breakfast, mostly just probably leftovers from the night before, as that seems the easiest way to do things.
Mm-hmm.
And you gather your things, and you set out into the patch where the hex where you've been told that perhaps a patch is. Huzzah!
Yes.
woo.
Make your rolls to notice things and stuff.
I rolled a
19.
nat 20.
Not 20, okay. And a what, Neffy?
19?
Okay.
Oh, I gotta remove that. Oh, wait, no. Never mind, I don't have to
It
remove that.
gives me a 27 perception, by the way.
Cool, cool.
13.
13, okay. Good news, bad news. Don't see shit.
Trees. Lots of trunks.
So many the trees.
So many trees.
Leaves. Lots of leaves.
There are trees, and there's grass, and there's rain. Cool. Not a whole lot else. It's kind of nice. The tree cover does occasionally, give you some break from the rain, so that's not too bad. It's kind of nice. And it does warm up again throughout the day, so not too bad. Not too bad. And you settle in for the evening. It's so exciting, you guys.
There's not a whole lot going on today.
I rolled a 16 to forage.
Oh.
Go.
I rolled a 10.
It's all good. I had us covered.
Yeah.
Yep. And again, a simple, plain, hot meal. As the rain continues to drizzle on the leaves.
Sakura, now that we're in the forest, is going to be a little extra alert, especially in this hex, since that's where we saw the warg. So, how much perception tonight when we camp is going to be really bad.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, I didn't roll that part. Why did I not roll that part? But that's okay. That's an easy part to roll. Whee! What? That's right, because I have to know whether you guys actually roll a thing to have a thing. That's why I didn't roll it. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in the you that believes in me. There we go. All right. Watch time. Time for a watch. Watch in the rain.
So, is it the same order as before? Slate, Grokan?
Yeah, Grokon will still take the middle shift.
Okay.
13.
13. Let's see what you get, Bubba. Okay. Okay. You don't say anything. Everything seems cool. Come on.
24.
24.
I keep rolling all these great perception rolls, and then when we get into a fight, I'm gonna roll for shit.
Nothing to see here, folks.
16.
You, Sakura, in the morning, about to be morningness. Words are hard today. I'm really sorry, you guys. Um, in the pre-dawn light. There we go. I got it. You hear something vaguely familiar. Not too close by, but just echoing. You hear snorting. Pig-like. Hey, the pigs that have like tusks that can gore people that you know.
Can I tell which
But
direction it's coming from?
Deeper in the forest.
Okay. I'm gonna move closer to the tents, just in case, like, they come closer, I'll be near people to wake them up, but until I see, I'm not gonna wake them.
If anything, they sound like they eventually wander further away. And do not disturb your encampment. It's because they don't know you exist.
Mm-hmm.
Huzzah! You are now on Abadias the Fourth. Radish Hex, day 2. It's still raining. It's also fucking cold this morning. Actually, it's less cold this morning. It is above freezing this morning, y'all. The high is still going to be mid-40s, but it is above freezing.
We take those.
That's a W right there, that is.
When everybody wakes up, she'll let them know that she did hear warthogs or boars nearby, so just be a little careful not to draw too much attention and to be on the lookout for them. Just because we've had a bad run-in with them before.
Grokon will cock an eyebrow and look at Slate and be like, bacon.
Big pig.
Bacon.
I don't know how many there were, but I heard them.
And so, give me those perception rolls, friendos, to notice things. And
26.
19.
26. 19.
24. And to make sure
24.
my math was right.
That's fine. Look, man, I count on fingers. No shame. Grokon, you will notice it first, followed by Slate, followed finally by Sakura. Though, it will not take y'all long to notice. Since the days have been warmer and rainier, while there still is a bit of crunchy kind of frost on the ground in places, that is melting away as the day grows warm, through it, and the soggy grass and such, you do, later in the day, towards the end even, find what appears to be a one might call it a patch of ground, with muddy holes that have mostly filled in over the winter. You could assume pretty safely that something might have grown here at some point, but has obviously been dug up by some manner of beastie. Which would make sense, because otherwise they would have been there all winter and probably rotted. But given that there's kind of divots where you could tell there were holes, and then like little kind of squished mounds, you could probably figure they've been dug up over time.
Could we see if there were any radishes still or bulbs? left?
With Grocon's 26 and a little time, there are no bulbs left. They have been systemically eradicated. Systematically? Anyway. Thoroughly.
Okay.
There is not a single bulb left.
Okay.
Well, at least we knew where they were.
Mm-hmm.
But you have officially found, technically, the radish patch.
Yep.
Huzzah!
Mm-hmm.
No radishes.
There are no radishes, but that's okay. The, maybe they took them before winter started and will replant in the spring, but you know they'll have a place now that they can plant them and you know work in the open with them.
Who is they?
The bandits, boys
Oh,
over
you
at Silk
assume-
Hollow. They said that this was sort of a side business that they were running to grow the radishes. I was hoping that, you know, we could, since we're here, you know, find a few of the bulbs and stuff to take back to them so that they can do a proper garden in Silk Hollow. But either they've already done so or well, they would know where to get more seeds at the very least, I think. Either way, it was worth a shot.
Does it look like creatures dug these up or people dug these up? Hard to
Hard
tell.
to tell. Definitely doesn't look like. I mean, no, I don't think you'd even be able to tell that much. It's been too long. So, yeah, you can't tell. They've been dug.
Do they look like they were all dug at the same time, or like?
It has been all winter,
Okay.
It's been, yeah.
so it has been at least a few months.
No, that's fine.
So they dug it before. Just wanted to make sure my brain's in the right area.
Yeah. Oh. It is not a shabby spot to set up camp.
Well, I was gonna say while we're looking through this patch, like, and while we're just searching, period, Grokon's foraging along the way. I rolled a 14 to forage for food.
Okay.
Feed all of us.
There you go.
Should I still roll? Cause I do want to help. Like I want to get better at that.
I mean, you're welcome to.
Okay.
You can always
I
find
just-
more to go over for the next day.
That's true.
Roll 60.
I rolled a 16.
Food for tomorrow.
Dinner and breakfast covered.
Yep.
All right. Let's make those evening rolls.
A 24 again.
A 12.
Okay. Slate. Nothing on your watch. We're not close enough.
I got a 17.
Grokan.
You remind me of the Muppets, that the meat Muppets. Yeah.
Beaker. Grokan, you do not notice anything, Brenda. And Sakura. Would you roll, Sakura?
I rolled a 12.
You do not notice anything, friendo.
Okay.
Trust nothing here.
Trust nothing.
I trust.
Day 3. Today is the day you complete the reddish hex.
Woo.
Actually, give me 1 second for one additional thing. Une, deux, trois. Grocon.
With my camera.
On your watch, give me a perception check.
An additional one?
Yes. This is for a more specific thing.
I had rolled another perception and prepped for the day, so I will scrap that one and roll again,
That's fine.
which sucks because my day roll is an at 20, but my night roll for this guard shift is a 13.
13 is high enough. As you're walking, what kind of shoes do you wear, by the way? Like, are they, like...
boots?
Okay. Just so I know how to describe this. That react. As you come back to the fire after circling for your shift, and you take a few minutes to warm your hands by the fire, and you realize that in the tread, essentially, of your boots, something is stuck. You pretty easily grab it, pull it out, and it is a small, when I say small, probably nickel-sized, we'll say. No, smaller than that. Maybe a dime. Kind of charcoalish, black-gray scale.
Would a 19 knowledge nature tell me what type of scale it is?
I believe so. Let me double check this just real quick so I don't misguide you. But I do believe so. Let's say nature check. Yes, nature it is. You haven't seen them before, but you are aware of a fairly small bipedal race of lizard-like humanoids known as kobolds. Tricksy motherfuckers, generally. Not fey Trixie, trap Trixie.
Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting indeed.
Would I know whether or not they hibernate? Because they are lizards.
Right. They don't hibernate as such, but they do sleep a lot more, essentially. They do kind of a partial hibernation. They are humanoid enough that they do retain consciousness, but it's more of a... their metabolisms do slow down. They sleep a lot more. They're not seen. They tend to stay in their burrows and whatnot, where it's warm, basically. So they do kind of a partial hibernation, for lack of a better way to put that.
Gotcha.
So, Scale's probably been there a while.
Kitty. He's such a baby. He loves you so much.
Alrighty. I'm sorry, your camera's fucked, Cece.
I was trying to keep it from making me so like white here and on my look how white I am. I don't know what happened. It was fine, and then it started fucking up. The exposure just blew out.
Yeah.
I was trying to fix it, but then it went all dark like it did 2 seconds ago, and I was like, alright, whatever.
Alright, so, day 3. Little bit warmer, a little bit cooler. What?
I rolled another nat 20 for the perception check.
But yes, in the morning it is cold enough that, though it has now stopped drizzling, the kind of drops and moisture and such has frozen. But thaws pretty quickly. But when you wake up, it is freezing temps. But just lightly, so there's some crispiness. But it will warm up back to roughly the same temp it has been for the past few days, so mid-40s. Yeah, that to look forward to. And today is just cloudy and misty.
Well, at breakfast, Grokon will produce the scale and ask the other two, are any of you familiar with kobolds?
Only a little bit. I've heard of them in passing, but I don't confess don't know much about them.
So you haven't encountered any while you've been down here in the Stolen Lands?
The only thing that we've encountered has been wolves and boars, besides the stuff that we've encountered together. Oh, and the trolls, but we didn't really encounter them, just knew of their existence.
Boars. And a warg.
Yeah, but who
Gotcha.
would know about the warg?
And fairies.
Well, I found this scale last night. Hold it up.
Are they...
It's scaly.
Sakura asked to see it just to, like, examine it a bit closer, but...
Yeah, I mean,
Is
it's not
it-
valuable, so he'll totally hand it to you.
Are they dangerous?
My understanding of them is that they like to harry any potential threats with traps and other machinations. If we at any point get near where they roost, for lack of a better term, hobble, it is likely to be set with traps and other potential disasters
She
or
kind
hazard.
of gets a nervous look on her face. So we should be a bit extra careful then, moving forward. If we
Yeah.
come across anything, I could try to disarm it, but I mean, and she, with the skill, she's gonna try to flex it to see how durable it is, in a way, as she's talking.
Scale.
Mm.
It's that flexible.
Okay.
I don't know how. I'm sorry.
No,
That's me having a lack of terminology to describe it. It's slightly flexible. I mean, it's a lizard scale, just bigger.
Okay.
Is really where it at.
Yeah, she's just trying to see, like, if it's strong, like how she would kind of gauge they would take an attack.
I mean,
from
you could
her.
definitely like stab through it.
Yeah.
Like if it was a piece of cloth, if you will, you could maybe stab through it, but it'd be more likely your blade would try to find like a slide in rather than try to go through it.
Gotcha.
So there's some resistance there, some natural armor kind of vibe.
Yeah. Do you know anything more about these kobolds? Like, you said that they normally attack with traps, but if they got into close combat with someone,
Primitive weapons. But what concerns me more is that some stories say that they serve actual dragons. Even further, the type of dragon tends to match the color of the scale of the kobold. These are very close to black.
Trying to look back at my notes.
As far as I'm tracking, you have nothing on kobolds or dragons, Debbie.
Wait, no. Ed was talking about like some giant lizard, the
A
tassel
worm, which is a distant cousin.
Right. But I still wanted to bring that up. I'm not sure about any dragons in the area, but Ed, the dwarf we saw quite some time ago, he mentioned that there were tassel worms in the area. I don't think that they count as dragons, but figure either way, it should be something we should keep an eye out for as well. I don't know if they're related, the kobolds and the tassel worms, but
Would I have a clue?
From what I know, probably not. That they're not common in your area,
No,
so it wouldn't be
not at
something you'd
all.
be familiar with. Yeah. Best case scenario, you'd get pretty much the same info that Sakura has, which is distant cousin-ish.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Would I know whether or not kobolds are subservient to anything other than like a dragon?
It's not unheard of, but it's generally not so much like it tends to be they are subservient to dragons. They may follow something that is lesser, but still it's a different vibe, basically.
they're more likely to be strong-armed into something lesser rather than serving and worshipping a dragon, sort of thing, right? Or
No.
okay.
No, as in like they may follow, though they don't technically exist in this. We're just gonna go with it, okay? They might follow a dragonborn,
Okay.
but that's not a dragon. So they may follow it
Yeah.
like as a leader, like, but they wouldn't be subservient to it.
Right.
Dragons are god. Or king. This would be like a dragonborn would be like a boss. That's the vibe.
Gotcha.
So technically maybe they might, but given that they're kind of pretty distant cousins to dragons, and so are tassel worms, they might be more same level on the totem pole, so to speak. On the social hierarchy. Probably a better phrasing for that I should start using more. So you wouldn't think so, but you don't know enough, so maybe?
Well, let's hope it's tassel worms and not black dragons.
Yes, that's I mean, the rock has me already a little freaked out. I don't think that we could handle that in the state that we are. A dragon scares me more than the rock.
Agreed.
Still, we should keep an eye out and be careful either way. These
Yes.
forests, wargs and trolls and possibly dragons? I mean, I know when I was home that I wanted an adventure kind of like a fairy tale, but starting to realize that's probably not something I should want.
With the realization, much like not meeting your own childhood heroes, that maybe fairy tales are not all they're cracked up to be. Especially when you're not the knight, you might be the damsel. You pack up your things after, a hot breakfast.
With lots of hot tea and coffee because it's still cold.
Oh, it gonna be cold. It gonna be cold. Wow. Ish. Yeah. Anyway, But with that, y'all have finished exploring this hex. The hex is done explored.
Yay.
Yay! Another one down. Another one bites the
By
dust.
dust. Up-a-doo, up-a-doo, up-a-doo. Okay, I'm going to our widow. Oh my god, I'm going to our widow. Taking it to go. A debouche and debouche. There you go. Explored. Huzzah. It is marked on your map. And thus, you head into a hex that you are very familiar with, Sakura. This is the hex where you met Tig and Perlavash.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Never mind. I just realized. I thought we were one hex down. I thought this was also the one with the temple, but that's good because then I don't have to do
No.
that. But yes, Tig and Pearl. She's gonna be extra alert and kind of energetic when they start to enter this hex. So.
Okie dokie. Good to know. So.
I rolled a 10.
Perceptions.
Perception.
I'm too excited. I rolled an 8.
Indeed. You are too excited. But it is a nice green hex. At this point, you do have full tree cover. So even though today is a lightly rainy day with a low of 32 and a high of 44, by the way. Nice balmy 44 degrees. But though it is lightly raining all day, you get the occasional, on top of your head, but mostly you hear the soft pitter patter of rain on the leaves above, which is actually pretty calming, all things considered. It adds sort of a white noise muffledness, which may or may not be pleasant for you. That is up for you to decide.
I would imagine that it's pleasant for Sakura.
I love your phone, Cece. I love your phone so much. Surprise!
You need to start turning it off before getting out.
No, I like it. I just like the occasional I say a thing that might be a thing you could interpret a certain way, and then you just hear surprise.
Yep, you're right.
If only I had done that during the dragon talk, that would have been perfect.
I know.
But the light pitter patter of rain on the leaves, lush greenery, especially now that's not quite so cold. It's a little more enjoyable. It's still chilly, but there's a warmth to the rain, kind of a spring rain, even though it's only January. That is exceedingly pleasant. But you do not spot anything of particular interest throughout your day. And come evening time, you find a nice grassy spot to set up amongst the roots of the trees.
Oh, Jake, I hope you do better than me. I rolled a 3.
Jake,
He is doing something, but he can hear us. Because he looks up once in a while.
oh, okay. I wasn't sure if his camera was froze or something, so that's why I was.
No, I see him moving, so.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
Alrighty, friendos. So, 1st March.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Oh. Did we get any food with Jake's foraging, or?
I was gonna let him do that after since
Oh, okay.
he was doing thing.
I got an 18, so yes.
Okay,
Okay.
you're good.
11.
Okay. You do not notice anything until you peek at your book, which has been tucked open. It has a smiley face next to your thanks.
Same one as before?
Yes, kind of googly one
Yeah.
next to the petals thing. And As for the lands and the work, it does not comment on the work,
Okay.
but it does circle the word lands several times, like,
Okay.
and says, oh gosh, what does it say? It's still in that somewhat childish handwriting, but it says, as does the liege, so do the lands.
Like liege as in kingdom?
Like my
or-
liege.
Okay.
Yes, as if you were addressing someone, my liege. As does the liege, so do the lands.
So do the. Interesting. Okay.
That's all you get.
He's just because he rolled a 10 anyways. He's just gonna look at it and be like, and kind of repeat it to himself as he's trying to figure out what they're trying to say.
Grow count. Your perception for your watch?
Nat 20, 27.
Yep. Oh, you defo see this then. And you've seen it before. That strange little ethereal light that winds its way through the trees, echoing whispers.
No.
Yes.
No.
I just love that.
Yes. Yes. And it does spend some time nearby the camp, circling the trees, apparently trying to like lure you in because like it doesn't say anything to you specifically, but just in a it's just kind of a round kind of way. And then eventually off it goes. Into the trees. The whispers go out, dying off into the night. I loved that face, by the way. That was a glory. Just no. Loved it. Love making you make that face, my dude. And Neffy.
I rolled a 17.
17. You actually see something.
Yay!
Oh. Little hard to see at first, but as the dawn is coming, you can see better. The light kind of peeking through the trees, so you get the silhouette of three elk, misty and fogging in the morning light, passing through the trees.
I am going to be very awed by that. Because I also know that elk are like one of the chosen animals of Erastil.
Mhm.
So she'll just watch them for a bit. Kind of like watching them and then taking a look around and then watching them again. Back and forth.
Yeah. You've ever seen those videos of like the buffalo or the bison,
Mhm.
like foggy, like the steam coming? Essentially that, but elk. But you're just kind of seeing it in silhouette as they travel through the trees.
She'll also say a small prayer, seeing them, hoping that they stay safe and, you know, that in turn that the party will stay safe as well through the day. She's gonna take that as a good omen in a way.
As they begin to leave your sight, you hear a majestic honk, and then they pass away from your sight. Good morning.
Good.
Better morning than the first.
Christ.
You good, Jake?
I cannot stop rolling 20s. It's ridiculous.
You cannot. You will.
I know.
A critical moment.
That's okay. I rolled a nat 1.
Well, the universe balances out once again.
Yep.
So we're on the. Are we in the first day? I'm sorry, I lost track of my days because I forgot to keep doing my check marks. Are we day
7?
1 of this? We're on the
Oh.
7th. Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is the second day.
Yes, thank you. I forgot to put my check marks for a couple. I'm trying to do that so I can keep track better. So today, low. The fuck? Oh, thanks, computer.
We are in the hex with the footprint in it at this point, correct?
Yeah.
I
This
believe
is
so.
the
Give me 1
second
second.
day in the hex.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just fixing. My computer came unplugged apparently,
Oh no.
and I would like it to not be that,
Yeah, we're here.
because otherwise it will die. Where is it? Unplugged. Oh, no.
After breakfast, she'll see if we have anything sweet. Berries
Oh, we could.
or
Dude.
or like
Yes, we're.
I don't think Popcorn
Oh,
can hear us
okay.
right now.
We are now good, my dudes.
tea.
Sorry about that. Didn't realize I had pulled it loose at some point. But we're good now.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Hex with the paw print. Is that one?
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Hex with the paw print. That is the one you're in.
That's where weird shit happens.
Yep, that is the quote-unquote fairy nest. For those of you playing at home.
Which I was starting to say what you were doing now. After breakfast, Sakura's gonna see if they have anything sweet. If we don't, she's gonna be on the lookout for like berries or something today. So.
Okay. I would assume you don't have anything sweet because you didn't state you brought anything with you that was sweet. So...
Well, no, I mean like from foraging. If we have found anything that would have been sweet.
This time of year, you're mostly finding probably not berries, not edible ones anyway. So
Ew.
probably mostly
No, is there-
savory
It's
slash
winter
filler.
and you're finding berries?
Little shade here, but some players thought starting in the winter time would be a great idea.
Yeah. So yeah.
We're eating a
Jay,
lot of roots.
Yeah, there's a lot of roots going on. That's what's going on right now.
That's fine.
Today it will continue to rain. Slightly heavier than the day before, but not by a lot. But it is rainy.
I'm gonna start casting Detect Magic again.
You do so.
What spell?
Detect Magic.
Detect magic. You do so. And a forest.
Just in case anything pings. Yeah, I know.
That tree.
That tree.
That tree, so not magical. But very tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just with getting a response last night, he's curious.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So.
But no, right now, tree.
Tree. Cool.
Very tree.
And just
So
when
tree.
we start out through the day, he'll cast it throughout the day.
Okay.
Since it's a cantrip.
Yeah, easy enough to occasionally go, detect magic. Detect magic. Detect magic.
I also rolled a 19. For
Good. That's marvelous.
I rolled a 27.
Also marvelous.
I rolled a 6.
Less marvelous. But
I-
not unexpected.
I vaguely recall somebody saying that now that we're in the forest, they were going to be extra perceptive and pay attention to things.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying.
The dice said otherwise.
You cursed you jinxed it.
The way that I look at it is I'm probably looking too far off in the distance and not enough close up.
You did it to yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Also, you're very excited because, on the one hand, yes, forest, have to concentrate. On the other hand, fairies!
Yes, that's true.
Fairies!
I am trying to see if I can spot Tig and Pearl, but I'm
Doing
trying to
fancy?
be focused at the same time, and it's causing havoc.
Yes. That is a common thing that you do.
Mhm.
Havoc. But it is a peaceful day. No signs of fairies. No hair braids, no acorns being thrown at your head, no teeny tiny whoopee cushions. Alas. Alas and alack. So, but you find a nice grassy covered spot with some dense cover, so, you know, the rain as it's getting heavier through the day and into the evening, you've got some, you know, actual cover.
some pretty miserable traveling weather, but I did roll a 15 to forage, so we have enough food.
Food is
Something.
good.
I went through
Food is so good, you guys.
I rolled also an 18.
Cool. So you got dinner and breakfast.
Heck yeah.
Huzzah!
And I know there's probably not, but no berries, right?
No.
Okay. Then after
That's why it's a remarkable event when I mention, oh look, berries!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then during the night, actually, let me double check something.
Gladly.
During the night, she's just gonna take like some scrap cloth that she has, and cut out like little petals and flowers and kind of sew them up, really tiny, like. Cause, yeah, she'll make 2 little ones.
Slate, while at dinner, is going to be looking over the words in his book. Is there anything I could gauge from that? Like, anything that...
You could attempt a local or a history.
Is that just that with int? Or base roll with int? Because I'm not proficient in either one of those, FYI.
Doesn't ring a bell for you then.
Okay.
You could bring it up to your party, but yeah, it does not do a damn thing for you.
Okay. And it's written in common, right? They've been responding in common?
Sylvan, actually.
Sylvan? Okay, so.
Yeah.
I thought so because I think after the first part after the first couple parts I started.
Yeah, we talked
in
about it.
response in Sylvan. Yeah, I couldn't remember for sure. But
Kind of trying to think, like, you know what? You could roll a nobility.
I have planes, arcane, and nobility. Just so you know.
Yeah, you could do a nobility, and it might at least narrow things a little bit.
$26.
Okay, 26. Yeah, that will do. Because 25, you're fine.
Yeah. Okay. Double check.
Okay. It's mostly old wives' tales kind of thing, but it is discussed with some of the like very classic traditionalists. I think Orlovsky, if I recall. I can look at my notes real quick. There's one family in particular that tends to hold to the old ways. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Show me them houses. Sorry, Medviet. House Medviet is the one that tends to stick to the old ways. God's old ways, old traditions. They talk about it sometimes, and you've heard it in discussions when it comes to the Rogarvias and the Sertovas and the current political situation going on there with the King Regent. There's supposedly a belief in the old ways that the land is a reflection of the king. Or queen, but in this case, you've only heard it as king. So, interpret from there.
Yeah.
And so if the king prospers, the land prospers. And the king suffers, the land suffers. And of course, a king is a type of liege.
Yeah.
And so it would fall into place that, okay, so assuming, liege, king in this case, however the king is doing is how the land is doing, is essentially what that phrase is saying.
So, outside of what I know about, technically, them having the land, who had this land prior to them?
No one.
No one? It was just...
The stolen lands have been unclaimed for
unclaimed.
a very
I couldn't remember if they were unclaimed.
No, that's part of the reason they're called the stolen lands. Essentially, technically, if you ask Brevoy says they own it. If you ask the River Kingdoms say they own it. If you ask...
Okay.
So everybody kind of says it's theirs, but technically, legally speaking and such, nobody owns it. But everybody wants to.
So, the current quote-unquote reigning king of these lands is technically the Stag Lord.
Technically, that would be the closest.
That would be the closest currently.
Is that he is basically a self-proclaimed king of these
King.
lands.
Mm-hmm.
So you could definitely interpret it that way. We are on. We just finished day Abadias 7. We're on Abadias 8 now. And guess what? Guess what the weather is today?
Rainy?
Did you guess rainy? Because you guessed rainy. It's raining. It's continuing to rain. But today you'll finish exploring the sex, which I'm going to go ahead and mark, so that way it's, marked.
Yeah.
Because I can. That is the thing that I can do. Ta-da! It marked.
Emma.
Look at all the marked it-y. So, you go forth into the lands after having a hot, hearty breakfast.
Before we move out, she's gonna take the 2 small flowers that she made and find a nice rock to put them on. Kind of
Okay.
as a tribute and gift for Pearl and Tig. But
Do I see this?
I don't think she's making a secret of it. Correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong.
nope.
So yes, you probably would.
I noted it down in my book.
Okie dokie.
She did tell us that she's seen fairies, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm at least
And
informed
so-
of that much, but I was just...
Yeah. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Yeah, you know.
and I'm pretty sure that when I did mention Pearl and Tig, I did speak of them in like a friendly way. Like,
Yeah.
we made friends with them.
Yeah, they were like, oh my god, we met some fairies. They were so nice. Oh man. We traveled with them. We found a dead man. That was the whole thing.
And
It's like,
and
what- like,
Lana mentioned, I think, to Slate about Pearl and Tig, and how Haps kind of freaked out about it.
Oh, when they brought it up at the Dylan about how Haps
Yeah.
was
yeah.
weirded out by it. That's how I found
Yeah,
out.
that he had that he has not seen them or anything, but when she mentioned,
Hmm.
he was like,
Oh, yeah.
because that was how you found out about his superstitiousness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, y'all move out.
Yeah.
Anyway. Perceptions
16.
for the day if you okay. Look at that, that's a noticeable one.
Yeah.
21.
16!
Look
I
at
also
you
like-
noticing things. If only there was anything to notice.
I knew it.
So
Rolled a good roll and nothing to see.
nothing to see, no.
But
But you will finish the text today. Yeah,
Cool.
that's
If
good.
nothing's going on, I'm gonna move over to Sakura
Mhm.
and have my book underneath my arm. So, you've talked before about fairies being around these parts. I love you.
Yes, Pearl and Tig live here.
He'll note down their names because he didn't note them down before.
The others and
So-
I met them the last time we were through this area, and they're pretty friendly. They mean well. They got upset even when they accidentally hurt somebody.
Is that the names you gave them, or names that...
That's the name they gave us. I don't know if that's their true name or anything like that, but that's what they go by. They did seem to have an air of we're making our own way, in a sense. So it wouldn't be surprising if they chose their own names.
Fair. Interesting. I just remember you saying mention of it, and Lana mentioned it as well. So I wasn't sure if we were near the parts of it, especially since you were laying out some leaf-like items, or petal-like items.
Yeah, I mean, this is their home, and, you know, I figured passing through it would be nice to give them something as thanks for letting us pass through safely. Either way, they're good. They're good people.
Well, if I ever come across them, I will keep that in mind.
If you ever come across them, they like shiny things and sweet things. But I didn't really have any of those on me, so.
He'll make a note of that as well in his book, as she says it, before closing it. And then he'll continue going on their way.
Before Slate goes off, she'll mention that Tig is actually a fey fairy bug creature-ish in description, and Pilavish is more of a fairy-type dragon, which is why he particularly likes shiny things, because they would like to build a horde of their own, even though they are.
Is a dragon fae?
Yeah, what she describes is Tig, as she calls them, is a roughly house cat-sized creature with the bottom half of like a cricket or a grasshopper and the top half of a small woman. And Perlavash is some sort of fairy dragon, about the same size.
I love you. You're such a shithead. He's purring so loud. You all can't hear him, but he's purring so loud.
But yes, a small, you know, draconic fairy thing. It has like butterfly wings, but still dragon-esque.
Do I know what they are specifically called?
I would say no, due to your limited exposure to actual fae.
Yeah. I didn't know if planes would help me with that, so that's why.
No,
Okay.
none of this one.
That's a
Yeah, just due to your limited exposure, you're kind of like,
yeah.
dragon? She's like, yeah, but like this big. And you're like,
This big.
Very round.
So round.
That is an interesting creature.
Yeah.
Or person.
I just figured I'd let you know what they look like. I know when I first thought of fairies, I thought of dainty, ladylike figures that flitted about, sparkled and glowed, and realized they come in all different shapes and sizes, so. Especially seeing Pearl, especially with the kobolds around, you know. They don't want to give the wrong impression.
That is a fair understanding of wanting to make sure that's out there. Definitely good information to have. Do you know of any of their magical capabilities? Like, are they able to be invisible? Anything like that?
I'm not 100% sure of their magical capabilities. They did play a few tricks on us while we were passing through. They took Ami's breastplate and put it in a tree and braided Mayim's horse's hair, and I think Kana's too. But we didn't
Berries
see
on the
them.
Tetsubo.
I thought that was elsewhere. I don't know if that was them or not.
Hmm.
But
The
No, you're just
berries
talking
on
about like
the-
fairy tricks
yeah,
in
yeah.
general. Is what I'm saying.
The berries on the Tetsubo we were here for.
True,
That's
true,
what
yeah.
you were talking about, yeah.
We didn't see them when they did that. My sister heard them laughing at one point too, but that creeped her out more than it did anything else. So I'm not quite sure if they could turn invisible, but it wouldn't surprise me. They are quite small and quite fast, so I don't know if it's just that we didn't see them or if they used some magic in doing it.
Interesting. It could be the way, that could be how it works. With them being as small as they are, it would make sense that they would be a little harder to see.
They were definitely interesting to be around. I hope they're doing okay. And she kind of like looks around at the trees just in case they're listening in. Don't know if they're still
Certainly
here
don't
or
see
not.
any sign of them.
Oh yeah. I don't know if they're still here or not. The last time that we spoke, they said that they had things to do. I don't know if they brought them back here yet or not, but I still believe that they're around. Oh, at least we'll come back to this place.
Well, thank you for willing to give that information. It's good things to. It's a good thing to know.
Of course. If I think of anything else, I'll let you know, but...
Yes, please do.
Hmm?
Just with all the Fae-related things going on around here, it might be best to get a little more information to know and have it noted down in case something happens.
I can understand that. The only other thing that I can really think of import was just that they did mention that there were a few Fae around in general, and they all served the lady. They didn't really go into much detail about it.
What lady?
They just referred to her as the lady. Their lady.
You mean to tell me that you have encountered Fae in these woods?
Mm.
We have seen the tears between the material plane and the first world. And you are just now mentioning that there's a potential leader?
From what they said, the leader wasn't part of this world. At least that was the impression that I got. It was more that their lady was still in the first world, I believe that they called it. And that they would go to answer their summons. But that's part of the reason why they liked it here was they weren't, I guess, as closely watched.
Okay.
As they're talking, he opens the book to the part where they've been talking, where him and the other fake creature have been talking, and he's writing something out in Sylvan, and I'll send it to you when I'm done.
Not a problem. Yes, you jot down a quick message to Sunflower.
Yep.
And if there's nothing else...
Sakura will look to Grokan. I'm sorry, I probably should have mentioned it earlier. Since they weren't here, I didn't think that would have been...
When you have been given the information that there is a entity from the first world that takes interest in a region and combine it with the number of tears that we have seen between the planes, that is alarming. Whether or not this entity from the first world is benevolent or not is unknown to us. And if there is this much crossover between the two planes,
No, you're.
it's a little unnerving.
And I can understand that, and that's why I'm sorry I didn't think of it sooner. There's been a lot of other things going on, and while it's not an excuse, I'm sorry I didn't think of it sooner. It wasn't that I was trying to keep it from you guys, or it's been a while since.
It just goes in that category of potential threats.
I know.
Except this one is a lot bigger if it turns out to be a threat than bandits.
And I understand that. I'm still trying to think that way. But I'll try to think if there was anything else that we've learned that would be that important to tell you. It's hard to think, especially since it's been a while, of every little thing, and I understand this is a big thing.
A little bit.
Yeah. But
He adds in the lady to the section of where he was talking, where he wrote down information about the. As does the Legion, so does the plan.
Gotcha.
Good info to know.
Good info to know.
yes.
We at least know now, and that's at least good on that part. She's learning slowly. She'll get there. But if you do have any more information, let us know.
I will.
The moment that you can think of it.
The bright side of, the information that I have is, if there's anything else I forgot, it would have been, how should I put it? Basically everything that I've known, I believe I've said. This was all about a week before we met you, so anything more pressing we would have experienced together. But I'll think, just to make sure I haven't forgotten anything else.
I also haven't traveled much of the lands from what we've seen, so.
No, we basically came down here and went a little bit to the west, and on our way back east, we fought the Boars and then came back up to Oleg's. That's the extent of how far we traveled. We've encountered the boys and the Boars and taken Pill, and that's about as much as we've done.
There is a reason I note everything down. Memory is not always the greatest.
I can see the wisdom in that.
It's always a useful thing. As he looks at his notes in a completely different language.
So, with that, you continue through your day with no further excitement, luckily. You bed down for the evening. Make
Oh.
quick perception.
I roll plenty high enough to feed everybody.
Okay.
Real quick perception rolls.
I got a 19 for my shift.
26.
Okay.
$22.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Easy. Slate, on your shift. You hear the distant calling of wolves.
Cool.
A minimum of 4 voices. You do not see them, but oh, you hear them.
Are they really close? Could I tell how
You do not sound close.
Okay.
This does sound like a very distant howling,
Okay.
but it definitely echoes and bounces off the trees.
Trees, yeah.
Yeah. Still unsettling.
Yeah.
Grokon, during your shift.
I will let Grokon know when I wake him up
Yeah, sorry.
that there were wolves. At minimum 4.
Grokon, in your shift. Nothing of note. Huzzah!
I keep wasting these perception rolls.
Sorry, my dude.
Hey, at least you're, getting good rolls and knowing that you haven't missed something.
And Sakura, nothing during your shift either.
Gotcha.
And the dawn will come after this commercial break. But no, really, we're gonna take a break. It's 10 till, so let's just come back on the hour if that works for everybody.
Okay.
So we'll be back in about 10-ish minutes.
Enjoy the owl.
Hello.
And we are back.
Hello, we are back.
We are.
You guys finished the fairy nest. Now you're on to the next hex. Next hex, next hex. Ooh, woo.
Yay!
Woo. All right, which is the one, if I'm not mistaken, is this, it would help if I didn't do that. Yeah,
Yep.
that one, thank you. I put a dot instead because I was on the wrong tool. Okay, just make sure we're in the correct location
Yes.
so I can keep track of everything. So yes, huzzah, all right. So, this particular hex, I do actually need to know a little bit of information. Since this is a fully unexplored as opposed to the ones you've actually traveled through. What is your walking formation? Are you guys walking a single file line? Are you like, is it single file this way, single file this, like next to each other? Are you triangle, are you wedge? What are you doing?
As a
I would assume we're in file.
And given the aforementioned, we should be more careful in these areas. Who is leading? You are? You're not who I assumed it would be, but okay.
I'm the most perceptive in the group, and I have the heaviest armor on. So we got to move at my pace, anyways.
Fair. I figured leader plus trap finder. Is whatever. I just need to know. Okie
I'm
dokie.
behind Sakura.
Okay, so it's Gurukhan Sakura Slate. Okay, cool, thank you. Just need to know for reasons. Okay, so.
Because obviously I want the tank and I want the two frontliners in front of me for obvious reasons, in case we encounter something.
That do make sense, though.
Yeah.
That do make sense. Okie
What's
dokie.
distance?
Alright. So, for the sake of, honestly, my ease, we're gonna say you start at 8 a.m. for movement. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Cool. Because I figured sun doesn't really fully come up till 7 anyway, so.
Yeah.
Cool. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Okay. So, you guys travel. Give me those perception rolls.
26.
17.
19.
Yeah.
19
No.
and 17.
Luckily, nothing spotted.
Luckily for who?
I should actually ask one additional thing real quick. Low or high? Or would you like to do kind of a rotational?
Low.
Low? Good to know. You're good then. You're good on both hours. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. The paranoia, the resignation that just went through the entire party. God, I love it. And do you want to stick with low? You just want to stick with low all the way through?
Yes.
Forever? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Just to make it easy.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't like playing roulette.
That, you know what? That is very valid, very fair. Roll me those perception checks.
20.
22.
Mm.
12.
Page here. Not that I need a specific page or anything.
No,
No.
not at all. No.
No, not a problem. Don't worry about it. It's fine, I'm sure. There it is. Okay. Yeah. Good news!
Yes?
Is it actual good news?
It actually is for you.
Okay.
It's actual good news for you guys. You
Okay.
spot the bear trap before Grokon sticks his leg in it.
Yay!
Okay. So we spot a bear trap.
I want to get a stick. And well,
Table the trap.
disable the trap, yes, but I kind of want to, before I do that, make sure that there's not like a Rule Goldberg effect that if once it's set off, something else goes off with it. I don't think that it would be. I know that there are
Don't
hunters.
be nearby ones. How's that?
Okay.
So would you like to disable the trap?
Yes, please.
Please roll a disable device check.
I got a 13.
That is not the DC you needed.
Can we grab like a rock and just like set the trap off?
Well, that's what I was trying to do with.
She's trying to
One
do it with a
moment.
stick.
Problem is, you need more pressure than that. Because it is a bear trap. It is set for bear.
I'm not talking a small
person.
rock.
What I am telling you is, in order to properly disable it, it is going to require probably a person force.
That is actually supposed to be a 14.
That is still not enough.
I'm not saying like smash it with a rock and damage it. I'm talking like drop it on the circular disc that the bear
You
trap
can attempt to do that.
Yeah.
I'm forewarning you that A, you have to find a rock that'll work within those parameters.
Mm-hmm.
And B, there is a chance that will not be enough. That's what I'm trying to get across.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So if you would like to attempt to find a rock first,
Yeah, I rolled another 20 for perception to look around for a rock that might be heavy enough, but still fit within the diameter of the bear trap.
gonna roll I think the fairest way is just do percentile, whether you can find it or not, high or low.
High.
High? You do find a rock you think will do the trick.
Okay.
And then I'm going to roll again for success.
I
Fair?
would like to, with it over my head, so I can lift it, do like a slam ball thing with it to try and set the bear trap off.
Now, question, are you trying to set it off so that way it's disabled, or are you going to attempt to keep these and use them or sell them?
I mean, if I just set it off, the prong should go over the rock because the rock's within the diameter. So
But you're throwing a rock full force over your head down onto this trap
Which
you
will
just
probably
said,
destroy it.
which will
Yeah,
probably
careful.
destroy it. You see what I'm saying? If you use the delicate route of trying to disable it, you will get to keep the trap. If
Yeah,
you just use a rock,
I'm
it's
tracking
just
it.
going to destroy it. Straight up.
Well, I don't have disable device, so we
But you
can
have someone who
either.
does. That's why I'm trying to make sure we're covering everything here.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
would
Shame
somebody
on-
like to do an
shame-
appraise for how much these might be each? That way you can make
Sure,
an informed
sure.
decision?
I got a
Would
nat
that be-
20 for a 21.
Okay.
Fair enough. Okay, Jake's doing everything today.
Just rolling hot.
Go away, I don't care. What is it?
Although again, another nat 20 wasted on an appraise check. I'm just burning my luck today.
Okay, for 12. These could cost, depending on negotiations and stuff, up to 100 gold apiece.
Jesus criminy. Okay.
You could get guaranteed 50. You have not seen them cost less than 50, but you could possibly, undamaged, get up to 100 gold apiece.
Then I definitely don't want to destroy it.
Okay. So you're trying to toss it down with enough force to hopefully set it off, but not so much to damage it.
Correct.
So that will not be a full, like, throw. That'll be more of a kind of aimed
yes.
fall,
Yes.
we'll say.
Yes.
Okay. Then again, I'm just going to roll percentiles for success here. That seems the fairest way because it's up to luck. High or
Fair.
low?
Hi.
That does not set off the trap.
Mother trucker.
I got a 24.
Would there
You said
be...
that and I was like, wait, that's above a 20. That's a great percentile.
No, it's 50-50.
Yeah, percentile 24. I got it.
Yeah.
Would I be able to take some time to kind of look over the trap to try to do another disable to see if there might be another way to trigger it without like sticking your hand or foot into it?
No. Time taken would not, in this case, because of the nature of the trap.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing really to observe here.
Right.
It's a straight up pressure plate close. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was a more complicated trap, then yes, absolutely. But because of the circumstances, this is not a case where like taking a 20 because of the circumstances, because it's so simple. There's no additional information that would grant you. That would give you a bonus to disable device here.
Would, now that the rock is on the pressure plate...
Well, we haven't resolved your rolls, so...
Okay.
Because initially you were trying to do that.
Yeah.
So... How do I want to do this? That's the thing is, unfortunately you interrupted, so... You were already doing an action and then you interrupted. We resolved that first. So, technically you get a reroll because I don't feel comfortable counting something that got interrupted.
Okay.
Oh, I interrupted? My fault.
Yeah, she was already disabling it and rolling for it when you brought up the rock thing.
My bad.
So...
22. Well, oh no, that should already have it. Never mind. So it's 22.
22. Okay. Look at this. Okay, that will be enough. You are lucky. In this case, that Jake interrupted. You are lucky that is high enough to disable it without gaining an injury yourself. So you've now collected a trap.
Yay!
Next time,
But-
however.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay.
That's kind of why the comment of, guess you're doing everything today. Because you're a trap finder and you're a praise person who should be doing the things, and you interrupted to throw a rock at it. So just be aware, okay? Cool. We're good then. Onward! So, and we're sticking with low rolls, high rolls? What are we sticking with for percentages here? I feel like you see where this is going, y'all.
Yeah.
Low.
Low? It's not low. Okay. Perceptions, please.
22.
Nat 20, 25.
There we go.
20.
Okay. You do once more spot it before stepping in it. Would you like to attempt to disable? Or a rock? And which one would you like to do first?
I would like to try to disable it.
Okay. Disabling it is. Make your disable device check, my friend.
Damn it! 14. I rolled a 3 again.
14 is not high enough. It will snap close on your arm.
Even if
Good news is, it
Oh.
does not break it.
Okay.
Bad news is your arm is now in it.
Bad news is, you will take 10 points of lethal damage.
Ow.
And you are now stuck in a bear trap.
And that's even if I'm using a stick? Thanks, Loki!
It's just a matter of the way
No,
the
no.
disable works. It's,
No, I get that.
It catches parts of you,
Okay.
regardless. That's such a good time. I'm sorry.
Oh, I have an 11 to this roll.
Yeah, so that's
And,
right.
like, the fact that
How
I'm
would you-
rolling a 3 is like...
How would you like to attempt to get out of this? You could try to just brute force it. You could try, again, to disable it. Or you could try to escape it.
I'm gonna try to disable it again, just because I have a better shot at that than escaping.
For reference, you will not take any further damage.
Okay.
because it doesn't say you do. So I'm not going, like, I kind of look and go, I feel like you should maybe take some bleed, but, like, it doesn't say it, so I'm not going to make you do that. That doesn't seem fair.
Oh, what the?
So you do not disable it, I guess.
Can I?
Can I strength it open for her?
You can
Help
certainly
her?
try. Yeah, you can certainly try, and others can certainly try to aid.
Can I? Yeah. I want to aid, but with mage hand.
You still have to make the strength roll.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mage hand can move 5 pounds. I don't know if that's really gonna do a lot.
Oh yeah, it's
but
5 pounds, isn't it?
Yeah.
I got a base 15 strength check.
Okay.
Which
Is anyone
I don't-
aiding? For a reveal, success or failure. You're just looking for a 10 total. Okay, you do not aid. And due to the fact that your arm is in it, you cannot aid. 15 is not enough.
Yeah, I didn't think.
Double checking.
You
Yeah,
guys
no.
are
Not there
betraying
yet.
me today.
What else would you like to try to get out of this trap?
How do base 10 humans set these fucking traps?
Fuck if I know.
Like that.
I'm just going off the mechanics here.
I get it. I get what you're doing, but it just does not make a lick of sense to me. Like a real life
How do they
human
even set these? Yeah.
sets these things all the damn time. It's the same concept.
Okay, my dude. Would you like to continue to try to escape this thing?
Yeah, I'll try to do an escape. Maybe the dice will like me better then.
Escape artist check for me.
15.
15 will not be enough. I'm sorry, you're just bear trap arm now.
No.
You can keep trying.
Yeah. No, I get that. I want to see if anybody else wants to do anything else before I try another disable.
We can try and strength it open again, and I will try to aid again.
Keep
Yeah,
keep
I
trying,
guess
y'all.
so.
I'm switching dice though.
And if it doesn't have an asterisk, you can help with the other things.
Natural 20!
Natural 28, okay.
No. Well,
Of course,
that
when
gives
I'm
us
80.
That gives us an 18 to the strength check.
That's with the +2 for aid.
Yeah.
That is not high enough. My friend.
Fuck!
You're just missing it.
I rolled a 2!
Well, that's not going to be high enough.
Roll
No!
your
Nancy.
dice. Stop
Nancy.
the roll 20 roll and roll your die.
Yeah,
For
roll
the
one
love
more.
of God.
Give it a
Please.
try. Give it a try.
17.
17 what?
Disable.
Disable. That is
Roll
not
a
enough.
6?
I rolled a 6.
That is not enough.
Alright. This time, I rolled a nat 20 strength check. It's a 22. Give me an aid, please. Nat 1 or did...
That one.
22 strength?
I'm sure it's a 25. It's gotta be.
It's not, but it's not a 22. It is
Oh my
between those
God.
two extremes.
Okay. Alright. I could use my kunai as a python, right?
Right,
Can
right.
I jam it in, twist it to try and open it a little bit so she can roll an escape artist to try and get out?
I would absolutely allow that, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so aid her in escaping.
An escape. Nat 20
For
for a
30.
total of. That will be enough for you to escape.
I hurt my arm.
Is the bear trap still intact as I try to bandage
I mean,
my...
yes, it's covered in blood, but it is functional.
Okay.
You didn't break it.
Yay.
Right now, basically, it's like bled. It's like floppy when you disable it. But it would. So as current
I
technically,
mean,
it's not functional.
this one's still sprung.
Yeah, this one's probably.
That's true. Yeah, no, it's still sprung. So yeah, it's dripping with your blood, but it is fully functional.
Hmm.
Your arm is also dripping with your blood. Funnily enough.
Yeah.
Ouch, kabibbles.
Ouch, indeed. Yeah, I mean...
Nothing gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, Grokon will go to heal you and cast Cure Light Wounds
Thank you.
for 5 points of heal.
That is good. It makes me feel a little bit more
It's
comfortable.
5 less harmed.
Yeah.
That is 5 better off than you were doing a moment ago.
Wait a minute. 6 points of healing because we're second.
Oh, even better.
Yeah,
I'm just 4 points down.
because it's 1d8 plus caster level to a max of +5. So
So,
Thank you.
hello.
Oh.
low.
That's a straight 100.
Mm.
Like, no shit. Just because I want to.
This minefield of death when I roll a 13
I will
on my
post that picture
perception check.
momentarily. But yes, that is a straight 100.
Nice.
So,
Fantastic.
so you absolutely encounter one.
Yep.
Would you like to roll some perception checks?
Yeah, I got a 13.
Okay.
I got an 18 on the die for 1 moment.
+6.
You're
yeah.
good. You've already surpassed the
Yep.
DC. You're good.
I rolled a 9.
So
and I'm in the
luckily,
back.
Sakura goes, Grokon. And you do not step in the bear trap. She's the only one who spots it. And only just.
Just barely.
Only by a couple points.
Yeah.
So. What you wanna do?
Just roll above a 10.
Yeah, no.
Just roll
no.
above a 10.
Yeah, have
I
you...
believe in you. I believe in the you that believes in me that believes in you.
Alright. 10. So 21.
For 21,
Mm.
that will successfully disable the trap.
See? Just get above a 10. You're good. Double digits
She
for the
hit
dub.
exactly 10 though. That's what makes me laugh.
The same.
This is just like above
Oh.
a 10. Hits a 10.
3 more hours of exploration for today. I'm sure it'll go fine. High or low.
Low.
You do not encounter anything this hour.
Okay.
Fuck! And I rolled a 23.
Alright, we have 3 traps. Thus far.
Oh yeah, we do. That's right.
Yep.
Roll your perceptions.
Can I use a 23?
17.
17.
Okay.
14.
Gosh, that's a shame. Grokon, my dude.
I got a 23.
That is going to be 12 points of damage to you as the bear trap closes on your leg.
Oh.
Oh. It's a good thing we don't play death by massive damage rules, because that was more than 50%.
Since
Yeah,
I don't play those rules. Hex is like this.
Roton screams out in pain as his leg gets snapped upon by a bear trap.
I'm gonna try to come over and try to disable it.
Well,
Okie
luckily
dokie.
it can't snap in on you, so
True.
please disable it.
I rolled a 5.
We'll try again.
roll
Oh, I
Get it off my leg.
25.
I'm dying, Squirtle. Oh no, I did disable it. Try again. Piss off, trap.
I feel like that was really in character.
It was so in character.
Yeah, no, 110%. Try again!
Try again. Oh shit. Okay.
I think the title of this episode is Try and Try Again.
Just all caps. Just try again. Trap's trials to try again.
Traps, trials, and try.
Oh shit. Thank you for the title.
Well, I too will then cast my second spell of the day to heal myself a little bit for 6 points of health. Oh god.
All right, it's your last hour of exploration.
I'm gonna use prestidigitation to clean the blood off of him and the bear traps.
I love your help here. It's like you got a little. It's the magical equivalent of you got a little schmutz.
Yeah. I meant to use it on the bear trap that had her blood on it, but I'm gonna do that.
I just, like I said, I just love the magical equivalent of come here, you got a little schmutz on your day. Like lick the thumb, rub his knee. Bit magic. Okay. Roll your perception checks.
9. I got a 2 on the dot.
I got a 3, so that's
Jesus
an 8.
criminy!
Sorry, Grokon, I got a 13. We're all
doing-
rolling real
We're
bad.
doing so well, man. No.
That's gonna be another 11 points of damage.
So glad I healed myself.
Yeah, no, me too.
I guess, Sakura, would you like to try again?
22.
22 is enough. You're like, nope, I already know this one, let's go. And you get it off his leg.
So that was 4 or 5 traps that we got.
There's 5 traps so far.
So far.
Hopefully it's only in this part of the hex.
Yeah, for real. I used my last spell of the day to heal myself another 7 hit points. So that I can at least take another one of these if I happen to step on one.
With that in mind, it has been 8 hours worth of travel, and I think using your last spell of the day, you guys decide that, you know what? Maybe we should rest. Maybe we should just not go any further now,
Yes.
till we have
Probably
more
best
spells.
for them to heal, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's make camp.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody go anywhere.
Yeah. Nobody
On the
leave
bri-
the area. No.
On the bright side, you didn't have horses with you. Because I would have broken their legs, and then you would not only had to kill the horse, but since the horse would have died, Sakura, you would have been dead for sure. Because that's how Kingmaker works.
Yeah.
Horses die, rogues die.
So luckily, Grokon is sacrificing life and limb to save you via the curse.
I'm sorry, but thank you. When we're at dinner, not quite sure how thematically Cure Wounds does. Does it completely like close the wounds and whatnot, or would there...
Since it, in this case, the way I'm running it is since it does not heal all the damage you took,
Mhm.
there's still a mark,
Okay.
but it looks the equivalent of if it had a good heal for a while.
Okay.
So, like, internally, like a sore,
Mhm.
in this case, for both of you. Essentially, I rule that if you heal the full damage, it's like it pretty much never happened.
Right.
But in this case, since it did not, you're still sore, you're still tender, there is still kind of the healing marks. It's just sped up the healing.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
In general, dependent on which deities you follow, how your magic works, etc., etc. But as an easy baseline, I tend to roll it as less it's a reversal of time, and more so it's a speed up of the healing time.
Gotcha.
So I will make comment when it is the reverse, because some gods do essentially reverse time, and so you have no mark. But in general, your basic arcane cure, it just kind of speeds up the healing time.
Gotcha. It's more of I wanted to know if I needed to clean it or anything like that.
No, it's been healed. Yeah. Yes, Slate, you look like you're having a thought, or an aneurysm, I'm not sure which.
I'm looking through my spells, ignore me.
Gotcha, okay.
Well, after looking at her arm, she'll look up
And you know
to
what?
Gokon.
Real quick, I'm gonna be real nice. You got one on each leg, Grokon. It wasn't both the same leg.
Right.
So at least you're, like, limping evenly.
I'm hobbling.
Yeah.
Gokon, how are you doing?
I mean, I've been better.
It hurts when I stand up to pee, so how do you think I'm doing?
what divine intervention you just said.
Was there anything I could do to help? Well, is there anything I could do to make you more comfortable? I mean, I got it on my arm, and I know that hurt like hell, but...
I mean, you could pee for me the rest of the night. That'd be great.
I don't think I can manage that.
Then I'll be fine. I don't really have much of a choice.
That's fair. Is there... I know it's been rainy and a little warm, so there wouldn't be like any snow piles around, right?
No, luckily, because if there had been snow...
It would have been a higher DC. Yeah, no. Okay.
Oh, yes. Up to 5 points higher, depending on the thickness. Guess what, though?
Whoa!
It's a full moon.
Well,
Yay.
I know somebody who's not sleeping tonight.
Does Sakura say that out loud, or is that?
No, that's Neffy's
Oh, okay.
whipping.
That could be like. You got curious, man. It's a Titian.
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
let's see how well Hobbler did foraging for food. And he found enough for one person.
I will also help the
Which honestly tracks.
14.
He found enough for 3 of us. Fantastic.
Cool. Great.
We all can eat tonight.
You will still have to forage in the morning, but you're good for tonight.
Yeah.
So, one-armed Sakura and no-leg Colin take a bit of easy tonight while Slate rests comfortably.
And for recovering hit points when you sleep, that's your level of hit points, right?
Let me double check it. Let's go.
Oh. There's supposed to be a
Not that.
Isn't it 2 times your hit die, and then if you do a full day's
Oh,
rest,
no.
it's like
No,
3 times
nothing.
your hit die?
Oh no.
No?
Nowhere near. Yeah, no. With a full night's rest, which you guys will receive, you recover 1 hit point per level, period. That's it.
Got it.
So, 2 hit points, y'all.
2. Not
Just
1,
two.
but 2.
That's better than 1.
Yeah.
But not
Well,
as
that
good
puts-
as 3.
That puts Sakura down on what, 2 hit points total?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still down 6.
Sure, it'll be fine.
I'm sure it will.
Maybe you should let someone else take the lead tomorrow, just saying. What I'm saying is there's 3 of you, perhaps there should be a rotational leadership.
Yeah.
But ignore me, I am not part of your party. I'm merely watching from above and going, ooh.
I will let you know you don't want me in front. One shot could kill me.
Well,
Yeah.
depending on rolls.
Especially because the hit that Neffy took would have knocked me out.
All depends on rolls.
He took a 10. I took an 11 and a 12. What are you talking?
She took
Huh?
an 11 as well.
No, I took a 10.
Oh, did you? Okay, so the 2 that would Grocon took would have taken me.
Yeah. But the Neffy one, you guys just went with like, ah!
Yeah.
So it'll be fine. See? You'll be fine. I promise I probably won't roll max on you. Probably. I can promise no such thing.
You rolled max on me. And
No, I
damn
didn't.
near- No?
No, I
Is it-
didn't.
Is it 2d8s? Oh my
No.
god. No.
No, it's D6s. But it has 2 D6s plus something.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so I have yet to roll maximum damage, y'all. By
Well,
several points.
That worries me.
It
should.
should worry you.
I love how merciless we are, just like, it should. I have not rolled max.
I'm not gonna lie. Somebody told me before I became a player in this game that they were very excited about this hex because of how squishy the original party was.
I did. This was, this was what I like to call self-solving hex.
Mm.
It's where you put problem players and them solves themselves.
If it helps, Neffy. Well, it probably won't help.
It will not.
Peppa's character died in this hex.
There's a forum on Paizo that is for GMs only for Kingmaker, and there's an obituary thread.
Yep.
Oh.
This is a not uncommon hex to be named in the obituary thread.
Mind you, it was a PC on PC kill.
True.
The bear trap was involved.
Wasn't
So,
Why do I
All
feel
right.
like there's a Hot Fuzz reference here?
there was a gun.
So, in the no, you know what? With the bear traps, there ain't shit happening out here because Animal's going,
Yeah, everything's avoiding this place.
So, guess what? You get a nice quiet night. Which also indicates to you that there may have been more traps at some point. Because the animals had to learn this was a bad hex somehow.
Hmm.
Just absorb that for a minute.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I
come-
mean, the guy that Tig and Pill didn't like was setting down a lot of nasty traps too.
He was, wasn't he? He was setting down that awful, awful log trap, wasn't he? Yeah, he was. Wonder if he was involved in this, that fucker. Anyway, but he's dead. And y'all are not.
Yeah.
So, come morning, you do not have enough food to feed yourselves right now.
I rolled a 19.
Okay, you have enough food to feed yourselves now.
Good, because I rolled a 5.
You're good. And you're slightly less sore than like before, though still quite sore. And you have a whole other day to look forward to in this blessed hex. And by the way, it's pissing rain.
Oh.
Even better.
Even better.
This suits my mood.
It does make visibility a little lower.
Yeah, I would say so.
Just a little bit.
Mm.
Just a little.
Just a touch. I am tracking. It's still not as bad as snow.
True.
Just for comfort. The snow could have gone up to a +5. This does not.
Okay.
No, it goes up to a +4.
It does not. It is
I know
less
it
than
does.
that.
I know. I just had to make the joke.
Because I am not that much of an asshole. I'm an
This is-
asshole, but like not
this-
that much.
Just think about this. Like, if you didn't have a high wisdom, trained in perception character, right? And this hex with a DC 20 to spot shit, the amount of high rolls that you have to roll. This is a brutal low-level hex.
Yes.
Brutal low-level hex.
Good news.
Huh?
Would you like the other good news?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a nice balmy 50 degrees today.
Nice.
So it is moist as it feels like lukewarm soup. Isn't that great?
Lovely.
Tepid.
Tepid.
I rolled a 25 for my perception. FYI, so I don't forget.
Well, we're not even there yet because I haven't rolled.
Okay, I didn't know.
But it's okay because you're keeping it now because you've told me the result.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
So high or low, y'all?
It's a 25.
Fuck it. Keep those low rolls. Let's go.
You do. Well, go ahead and roll your other perceptions before I say anything. But I can say it because you've already rolled very, very high.
19.
16.
You do not encounter a bear trap this hour.
I just gotta stop rolling high.
No, please, keep rolling high! Please!
Is Sakura
Alright.
in front now, or is it Grokon?
Still
Just so
me.
I'm aware, because
I'm
behind
figuring it.
whoever.
I'm figuring it's Grokon until Grokon shouldn't be anymore, and then it'll just be
Okay.
next person in line, which would be Sakura, I believe.
Yeah.
So once he is no longer able to be in front, then it'll be Sakura's turn to be in front.
Okay.
You're sticking low, okie dokie. You've stuck to the low.
23.
24.
Okay.
9.
Good news, everyone. You did not encounter a bear trap this.
I rolled a 24.
This is so intense.
Isn't it
We're-
just
We're
going
gonna find
hour
a
by
bear trap
hour?
Today. We're gonna find a bear trap today.
I keep flinging my die. It's sticking low until you guys say otherwise. Okay.
I rolled an 8.
12.
17.
Rokon, you take 9 points of damage.
It's not so bad.
Sorry.
I do not control the dice.
No, I just said, I even said as soon as I see my dice roll, we're gonna find a bear trap today.
Well,
Or this time.
okay.
I gotta.
Rokon lifts his leg up, and in a very
Bear trap
pained
dangling
look,
off.
just says,
I'll
Fucking
try
get
it
it off.
again.
Try again.
I rolled a 19, so it's a 30.
That will absolutely get it off of him.
Six.
I just love the
then-
resignation of just leg lift.
I then get. I rolled 2 cure light wounds to heal myself because I was down to 7 hit points. I got 8 and then 10. So I'm actually back to full health after that.
Good. So you can stay in front
Yes.
if you want.
I don't have a choice.
I mean, if you feel like maybe it's someone else's turn for a bit so you can limp along.
Yes, let me put the dainty one and the one that faints at a drop of their own blood in front. Yes, let's do that.
Oh, shit. Okay. Alright, the good news is you encountered it. Woo! It is 11 a.m.
19.
I got a 21.
Yeah, 14.
Good news, everyone. No bear trap.
Okay.
Oh, shit. It's now noon.
$12.
17.
23.
Oh, thank God.
22. Sorry, 22.
Trap.
No bear trap? Thank God.
No bear trap.
It's
You
only
rolled high
when
to
we
spot
all
one.
Roll well, low.
No bear trap.
Bear trap.
Perception.
22. Again.
13.
18.
Grokon. You catch your foot as it hovers over the bear trap. But you do not set it off.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Sakura,
I'm on it.
please, before I cut my leg off.
Look, you rolled well enough and you found one.
27.
That will absolutely disable it. You are just fine.
And I will gingerly set my foot back down on the outside of the diameter of the bear trap.
When we settle these lands, one of the laws that we should put in place is that
No bear
these
traps.
things should be illegal. At least not unintended.
I don't mind if they're legal. Can we just make sure they're in a place where bears are reported?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Where bears are.
Yeah.
All right. Make your perception rolls, friendos. Had a good day so far.
21.
Okay.
20.
7.
Oh, good news, everyone.
There's
No trap.
Yay.
And your final hour of exploration for the day. On this fine day 2. 22. Got it.
19.
20 again.
And you have a peaceful final hour.
Oh, thank God.
No bear trap.
Saving myself today. Saving my fucking self. Oh my god. Fuck this hex. I'm fucking done with it. Fucking done. Please tell me we got enough to sell a decent amount of these fucking
We
things.
got
We've got
7.
7 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 7 so
Thank
far.
God.
So, I mean, at worst case scenario, if there's only 50 apiece,
Triple.
Still good.
still fucking tasty. So, like, you know. So,
Gotta change that. I was doing tallies and I realized we only got 2 and it looked like 11. Should probably make sure it says
Allie's
2.
because I have it kind of all together, it looks fine.
Yeah.
So, don't worry, I'm keeping track.
Okay.
So, would you like to forage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nearby.
No, that's not good. I don't think it's even over a 10. No, it's a 3.
A 19.
Slate pulling it out! Slate's like, oh, motherfuckers don't even know what you're looking at.
Fucking Limp Bizkit gets off their sweet ass and finally does something. Let's go.
Motherfucker's like,
Y'all usually do good. I didn't even think I needed to.
I just picture every day, like, as we're walking around, Sakura and Grokon are foraging what they find, and Slate's just like,
writing notes.
and then
Doing
when we
a
get to
little
setting up,
She's keeping
and when
a
we get to
tally.
setting up camp, like, Sakura starts cooking, and Grokon is, putting a tent up, whatever, or getting firewood, and Slate's just like my back is starting to hurt.
Slate's back is hurting from carrying this party, I'm just saying.
Yes.
Now, real quick, just because I'm looking at the time, we still got some time, but do we have a hard out tonight? I feel like you have a hard out.
We do.
Oh,
Ish.
because of
Bish and Brawl Stream. But I don't think
Okay.
that they start until 10:30, if I'm
Yeah. So we'll aim around there, we'll see where we're at.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Besides, we just said we were going to raid them once we were done. That wasn't a hard out.
Well, yeah, no, but yeah, that's the only thing we have planned.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Mhm.
No, that's right. It's next week you have the hard out. Yeah, CC, because of the
Yes.
charity. Got it. Speaking of which,
no,
guys,
actually, I have game next week.
Game,
Currently,
sorry.
the game is next week, but
We'll
depending
see.
on things, I may have to cancel it. So
Gotcha.
Mm.
Okay, cool,
I'll
cool.
let you know if that changes.
All right, so luckily, Slate once more carrying the party upon their humble shoulders manages to find you enough tubers to eat for the night, and roots and shrooms and such.
I am gonna say I'm
Jake's
gonna be
gonna
very
kill me,
glad
it's okay.
that
Oh no.
when my income's back, we'll at least have seasoning so that this stuff will taste a bit different each night instead of
Yeah, right
just
now
the
it tastes
same.
directly like incredibly warm dirt. It's
Just
such nice
I
dirt.
kind of like it.
Such good dirt. Mmm, savory dirt.
Food.
It's a change of pace. It's better than brine.
Brian has salt, just saying. Anyway. Brian has one whole season.
Right.
Next day, woo!
Hey!
Last day, hopefully.
Last day! Last day in Hex! Last day for Hex! Hex, last day Hex!
Yeah.
Clicky clacky knife rocks! Clicky clacky murder rocks! Are we sticking low? We're sticking low, we're sticking high? Sticking low?
Yeah.
Sticking low? Okay, we're sticking low. Okay. Roll your perceptions, friends.
24.
13.
9.
Slate, once more. You happen to see the bear trap as Grokon is going to step on it.
Yeah.
You're like, no! Oh, by the way, it is once more pissing rain.
Oh, joy.
Just for preference, it is the 11th, and it is pissing rain.
Yeah, I will keep him from doing it, and then she can. What'd you roll?
Would you like to try again?
I mean, I'm gonna have to. I rolled a 17.
17 is not high enough, friendo.
No, I know.
Are these traps like normal traps where if you're within 5, you don't necessarily set it off, you just don't disable it? Or are they, no matter what, you just get wrecked?
If you don't succeed at setting them off, you get hurt.
Fuck bear traps.
Yeah, I'm not liking them.
That is
I also love that when you get hurt, I don't have a problem. When it's not set off, I roll low.
going to be 13 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you upped your 2 from the
No,
night.
I have.
Okay. Just
I am
throwing that out there so
down.
Nobody forgot.
Oh,
I'm down to 5 hit points.
Well, you're back to 15.
Okay.
Because I rolled max on my cure spell.
Okay. So let's try this again.
going until.
There we go. 23.
There you go. There you go. All right. So that's your 8th trap that you possess.
Yep.
Boop boop. Boop boop.
23.
I also got a 23.
Heck yeah.
I got a 10.
Well, luckily there's nothing to spot, so.
Yay.
Hmm. 24.
Nat 20,
Oh.
26.
Mm-hmm.
This is a survival. That would have been a 16 before, but this one is a 17.
There's nothing to spot.
Nat 20 and Slate gets ground sense. I can see all of them within the hex.
No, you cannot. An excellent, valiant attempt, though. But given how things are going, I don't think he needs any help. They need any help carrying you. I was like pissing you off, man.
I'm just saying, Slate is about to get a bird familiar. That's all I'm saying. And it's not going to be directed at Slate. It's going to be directed at the DM.
You right.
I'm gonna let you know that I think you're number 1. And I got a 25 on my perception check.
You got a 21.
I also actually it's a 20. Yeah, it's a 25 too.
You do spot it.
Thank God.
Mm. You say that.
Also, I do not care when you take damage, but I do care when I take damage.
No, I understand.
It goes both ways.
No, it's fine. Please, dice. Just please.
Come on, just get a 10 or higher.
24.
Yay!
Disabled it. You are
Yay.
just fine and dandy.
Yay!
Look at you.
Thank you, Dice. I love you.
Not horrible, but definitely didn't see it. 14.
11. Oh no.
Grokon.
Hmm.
Wait, how many hit points did you have left, Grogan?
I have 22. I was at full health.
Okay.
So
Oh,
you're
that's
good.
right.
You're
Okay.
good. It's fine.
Okay.
15 is not gonna fuck you that badly.
And then I rolled a. Well, once I get out of this, I rolled a max heal cure spell again, thankfully.
And I got a 22 to disable.
But no, you did it. And you only have 2 more hours in this hex.
We're done with it.
Only 2.
Only 2.
Shucks.
Just.
I only have 1 spell left.
Oh, sorry. 3 hours. My apologies. I just...
God damn it. She said 3 hours. No.
17.
Ooh. Come on, Grokan. You can do it, Grokan.
25. 25.
Good news, Grokan. You do not step in it yet again.
And once again, Grokon does not get the carrying the party joke because that's only a
Naffy.
slate.
Oh, Naffy.
It is 17.
Naffy,
Mm-hmm.
take 15 points of damage.
I'm down.
Holy shit.
Good news, though. That's
I'm
more
at
than you get.
exactly 0.
So you are
Staggered.
staggered.
Yeah.
Not down. That is different.
No,
are
I just
now
remembered that after I was like, oh wait, I'm at
You are now at 7 hit points.
There you
And
go.
I am out of spell.
And you still got 2 more hours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Grokon and Slate. If we come across any more of these, I vote we just destroy them. Not having the best of luck today.
You do 1 of them already.
There we go, 31.
Yeah. Okay, so you do get 3. You got 3. Go for you. You get 3.
Yeah.
Good. Second to last hour. Let's go.
24.
23.
8.
Mhm. You do spot it.
I'm not trusting it. I say we kill it. Destroy it. I don't think that I could last another hit.
Can I use my Turbutia to push down on it, knowing full well that my weapon might take some damage, but banking on the hardness of it to try and resist some of the damage,
May try.
and then try to just extract my weapon from it after the fact?
You can certainly try.
Because I mean,
Well, I mean, if
extend
you
just
can
a
get
bunch-
it to spring, I can disable it. To get it
True.
so that.
True. Yeah, can I attack in a manner that would allow me to try and set this trap off with the weapon, like with a downward thrust? I rolled an 18 attack roll.
That hits. It's not like it's a moving target. You set it off. It does clang. We will discuss the amount of damage your sword may or may not take because I don't have the chart right now.
I gotta look up the hardness of steel.
Yeah,
I got a 20 for disable.
that is enough.
Okay.
Is this our 12th trap?
That is your 12th.
Okay.
So good news, I just need to roll a 9 to disable.
How much damage did the trap do?
I mean, it does 2d6 plus stuff, so...
I know, roll it, because I know what the hardness is.
13 points.
Okay, my weapon takes 3 points of damage out of 30 hit points.
I have a question afterwards, but...
It is afterwards.
Okay. Well, would mending recover the HP of the weapon?
That's what I was going to ask.
I've no idea. At the moment.
Because I still
I'll look
have
it up.
mending.
Thank you, Jake. I don't believe...
I think it does, actually.
Okay.
But I will double check.
Yes, I do not know off the top of my head.
Because mending is like a base heal spell for
Constructs?
inanimate items.
I do believe, if my calculation is correct, that was your final hour in this hex. I believe.
We got 4 traps today, right?
Oh, then you have 1 more hour.
Should have kept my mouth shut.
20.
I also got a 20.
22.
It was just enough. You get the last, as far as you know, unless you just didn't walk over any of the other ones. Lucky number 13.
Okay. So we can technically do what we just did, and I can let it go clang clang on my weapon. Right?
I mean, if you're willing to do that.
So I looked up mending.
I
Mending
would've-
takes 10 minutes to cast, but it
Oh,
does
yeah.
1d4 hit points of recovery to a damaged object.
Yeah.
And since my weapon is non-magical,
For reference, he'll take
Should.
12 points if you succeed.
okay,
this one.
so an additional 2 points of damage. I got an 11 on the attack roll.
But again, it's not moving, so
Right.
I'm not really worried about that.
And I rolled
Okay.
20 on disable.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, and I would have
Perfect.
mended his sword back up again.
Cool. All right.
I don't want to see a bear trap ever again. Never.
So
again.
definitely a
Actually-
good idea. We decided to go
Actually,
back to
I don't think she can mend it. I don't think CC can mend it because, or Slate, excuse me. I don't think Slate can mend it because it's an object up to 1 pound per level, and I need to double check the weight of my weapon because if it's more than 2 pounds, then technically
Yeah, you're right.
the answer is no, and the weapon is 4 pounds, so no.
No.
So my weapon has 5 points of damage out of 30. So
If you said something popped out, we didn't hear you. FYI.
Still not too bad, though.
Yeah.
No, it's
no, it's fine,
Yeah,
and
it's-
it'll probably be fine.
It's got some
got better
dings.
AC
Yeah.
than the rest of us.
You
Yeah.
right.
Hit points.
You right.
Till she brings an enemy that sunders it.
Well, yeah.
It'll be for a few books yet.
For bear traps, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sunders later.
I knew I should have built that character.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't have done you any good.
No, never does.
No. There's an enemy for everyone.
I know.
Mine
There's
is
an-
spiders.
No,
Yeah, well, yeah.
but yeah.
But yeah, no.
but
Actually,
yeah.
yours is just your dice.
That's
Yeah,
true.
no,
That is more my enemies than
100%.
There is literally nothing I can throw at you that will fuck you harder than your own dice.
I'll be nice to you, I promise.
It doesn't
Well,
believe you.
they've already been a lot nicer to you than Roll20 was. So I'm glad you're rolling it.
I don't know. I rolled a lot of below 10s on this.
Yeah, but you
You
rolled a
rolled
lot of
two
below
all the time.
5s
Yeah.
on Roll20.
But probably should camp and then head back to Ole.
Bags. I did not forage anything. I got a 9.
I got a 19.
I got a 6.
At y'all. Tell you, man. It's late this
Thank
party.
you so much for helping us.
Wait, what? Don't act like you're thankful that Slate is finally helping. I'm thankful that Slate is finally doing something besides writing their damn book.
Oh,
I'm probably just using like a snowball to kill something. Use my spells for the night.
Poor squirrel just goes.
Yeah.
At least we get some protein. Oh,
Do you do the ceremonial swinging of the squirrel?
Are we gonna have squirrel murder now?
Then you have its tail, and I can put it in.
I already have a tail.
No, I meant for Grokon.
Oh,
if he
yeah,
ripped the
yeah.
tail off, I could add a tail for her.
Ears, tail would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, squab it.
This tiara that you're building for me is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait.
It absolutely adds to your innate charisma in the Stolen Lands.
It's
I'm
like
just waiting for you to
the,
have like a full carton of squirrel tails that you have to like part when you talk to people.
I'm like the Daniel Boone of the Stolen Lands when it comes to a fur hat.
Like, so you're just gonna have to like part it and be like, "Excuse me."
All I can think of
Righteous.
is the gift of whoever's wearing
The
like a
guy,
sombrero
the guy
and
that like opens it,
yeah,
drinks,
drinks
and then closes. Yeah.
Mhm. Oh,
Magics, that way it just like rotates slowly and occasionally just like. We should put a straw through it.
I imagine like a drawstring that you pull down and it parts it.
No, I like to imagine it's like a pull cord. So when it gets wet, you just like pull it and it just kind of like spins. So that way all the water gets knocked off the tails.
Yes, yes.
Like a salad spinner, but on your head. And full of squirrel butts.
And all I can think of is another gift of a squirrel on a bird feeder, and they're just spinning the bird feeder, and the
Yeah,
squirrel
same
goes
idea.
flying.
Yeah, same idea. Yeah, you have to be careful because if you roll in that one when you pull it, you don't just pull the drawstring out, it just like goes off your head like a flying saucer. And this is how UFOs come to the Stolen Lands.
Oh, that's all we need. Aliens.
Aliens with Fae. That will be interesting.
But good news! You have technically explored all of this hex.
Fuck this hex, I'm out.
Fuck this hex, I'm out. Fuck this hex, I'm out.
No more bear
Here's the
traps.
Now here's the question. I can see how you would go with that. Never mind, you're good. You're good. But tomorrow you'll reach Oleg's by the end of the day tomorrow.
Okay.
You're good. I answered my own question. It's all good.
Actually
you-
works out perfectly that we're going back to Oleg's right now because Matt, the player, should be back next week.
Yeah.
Husbando returns.
Yeah, and
The
then
return
we'll have
of the
4 cameras.
So, you guys hobble your way back to Oleg.
So the next day, as we are headed back to Oleg's, I obviously am not going to just burn my spells from the jump, but upon getting back to Oleg's, I will heal Sakura as best I can. You're currently at 7 hit points, I believe.
9 after sleeping.
9 after sleeping. Well, I just rolled max, so now you would be at 19.
I am at max hit points then.
Okay? And then for myself, I am also back to max. Fuck that X.
Yes, no.
Hopefully it's actually clear.
Hopefully.
As we approach Oleg's trading post, Grokon will look at Sakura and just as he's prepping to heal them, and be like, "When you sell those things to Oleg, I never want to see him again."
The feeling's mutual, trust me. Though that does bring up another question. What happened to all those necklaces on Colin?
They're in my backpack.
Do you want me to sell those as well?
Yes, please.
So quick question, how are you guys carrying these?
I assume that Grokon is probably carrying as many in his backpack as he can.
They are 10 pounds a piece, by the way.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay.
And how many do we have?
13.
So 130 pounds?
Mhm.
It's technically a heavy load, but I can carry them all. If we tie a rope through them, I can sling them over my shoulder.
I can probably carry like 1 or 2 and be at medium load, if that helps at all.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't really change anything
Okay.
for me. I'll still be at a heavy load, and
Okay.
it'll be a slog. But
I think I
it
can
is what
also
it is.
carry 1 or 2 and still be a medium load as well.
Point is, I can
But-
carry them.
Okay.
So I imagine we took the rope that I have in my backpack and tied them in a ring, basically, like a keychain of traps. and I have that slung over my shoulder.
Now that is a flail.
Yeah, no shit.
If it was swingable.
Hey, the bad news is, you are also in the threatened range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As they come around and hit you in the back of the head.
So yeah, so like as we walk back into Oleg's, I'll untie the knot that holds them together and just let them drop, and then I will proceed to walk away because fuck those things.
And I walk away. Good to know. Good to know.
I'm gonna end up trying to carry as many as I can after unloading my bag. It's probably
what?
gonna take me a trip or 2.
I'll assist as well as picking up what I can. Can't pick up a lot, but
I want to find Haps because while I don't normally use the man for labor, I'm about to.
Easy to do so. As you walk stiff-legged. No, I know, you healed, it's fine. I just like the imagery of you just like walking incredibly stiff-legged around right now. It makes me giggle.
I probably am because even though the magical healing is kicked in, I finished that off after getting back to Oleg's. So
Yeah.
they would still be a little stiff. Plus, I did just carry all that weight, so
Well,
I'm tired.
you're right. Alright, so yes, you can find Haps and basically
I'm not being a dick, Haps, but I just lugged those things for 12 miles. For the love of God, man. Carry them to wherever Oleg tells you to put them.
elf. And he does so without any particular complaint. There's much grunting and but like doesn't complain. And I
Yeah.
think a certain amount of fuck these things is in order for anyone.
At some point, I do want to have a conversation with Haps. Not today, but the next day. I want to have a conversation with Haps because I did sign on to the charter, and I want to be upfront with him about the fact that we're probably not headed east for a while.
Yeah.
If I end up doing that at all.
Yep.
So try and discuss with him options for his life, basically.
Fair enough.
I do still want to have a conversation with Paps, but after Oleg trading stuff.
It will not be today's session.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying, we're gonna wrap up here shortly because it's a good spot.
Okay.
We can go ahead and do the negotiations with Oleg for trading if you would like, for what he's willing to take those traps for. Which admittedly, he is going to offer the lowest price first.
Okay.
Of a fair 50 gold apiece.
Okay. Sakura does some math to try to figure out how much that would be in total. And how much for the necklaces?
10 silver apiece, if I remember correctly.
And we had 9 of
Straight
them?
up.
Or
We have 19 of them.
Yeah, we have 19 seconds.
when she talks to Oleg,
Let me that up.
So you're willing to take the traps at 50 apiece? Sir, anyway, I can convince you to go a little higher. I mean, we did clear these out of a big portion of the woods.
Parts I don't go.
Perhaps not, but it would mean that other hunters can move more freely through there, and that should stir up a bit more trade. Plus, they hurt like hell.
I'm sure they do. That's why I don't go out. I cannot do his accent today. I'm sorry, y'all. So fuck it. He says that he doesn't go through those hexes. Most people avoid those hexes. And if y'all voluntarily, based on your own charter, went through that hex, that's your fault, not his.
No, I understand. I'm just trying to give him reason to maybe put in a little bit more. That's all.
Not how you negotiate.
No.
You're losing this hard.
Yeah.
I as a
Not one to
person, do.
negotiate that stuff though.
Uh-huh.
Sakura's not one to negotiate stuff though. From what
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
and
Learned a lot of lessons here.
I as a player don't know how to haggle, to be quite honest.
Dice exist.
Hmm?
Dice, that's why they exist.
Okay.
If you can't do it, roleplay.
Okay. What
Well,
would
you're certainly
it...
not.
Could I use a praise or...
No, you cannot. It's a
diplomacy?
diplomacy roll.
Okay.
Yep.
Negotiations, diplomacy, bluff, or intimidate. And that will affect how you come across.
It is an 11.
He seems unmoved. It's 50, or you can find somewhere else to sell them.
Well, that's fair enough. Can't blame a person for trying, but I understand.
I can.
Anna and I do.
Oh, he doesn't say that, but he says I can and leaves it at that.
Fucking.
And he's straight with you, and he says, you know, he likes you, but he has been very generous this entire time, not charging y'all to stay in his guest house, which usually costs per night. Giving you his wagon and such. Now, to be fair, you traded for it, but regardless, he threw in some extras to help that out. After he and his wife took on the burden of roughly a dozen additional men, without complaint. Men who tried to intimidate, kill, and hurt them, in some order. So, 50 and 10. And that's already being pretty generous, because at least he's willing to do base price.
Yep, I agree.
I'm willing to take that.
Well, that's fair enough. I understand. So, you said that people generally do avoid that hex. Is there any other hexes that might be, or other areas of the forest that might be riddled with traps?
I do.
You cut out for me.
You would know that better than I do. You've now explored the all he knows.
Okay.
You legitimately have more information on your map than he has. So past that, you're on your own. He just knows out that away was avoided. So the fact that you're saying there's an entire hex filled with traps, he puts 2 and 2 together. Might have something to do with it.
Gotcha. So from that sale, we got 840 gold. Which isn't bad.
Oh,
15 traps,
okay.
right?
Yeah, 13 traps, that would have been 650.
50 apiece.
Mhm.
And 190 silver pieces.
Right. Oh, silver. I thought that.
Yeah.
Gold.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No.
No, that's my fault. My fault.
Silver pieces.
All right. I'm keeping track of the party gold on my character sheet just
Okay.
so we have it consolidated,
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
just so you're aware. At current, what I am aware of is 660 gold pieces, 190 silver pieces that we haven't spent, and then the 11 gold pieces of those giant coins.
Yeah, because I got 5 gold and 10 silver. And I'm just holding on to it until somebody says they need it. It's not a lot, so I
I,
just figured he'd hold it.
yeah, I have just 2 gold and 3 silver. That was left over
I have
from
more
when
than that on me,
Yeah.
but that's what I have of party stuff.
Ah,
Because you sold some of those supplies.
Yeah, because I sold the leather and the other stag necklace.
Well, if you want to take that off your character sheet so that I'm just tracking the party gold, we can do that.
Okay.
Say it was 5 gold pieces.
5 gold and 10 silver.
Okay.
It's not bogging me down currently, so I was fine.
Yeah,
And I
it's
knew
just the way I play. I like to know
Yeah.
how much we have for the party so that when we
Yeah,
make,
no,
like,
that's what I
8
usually do. The only reason I didn't do that was just because
Yeah,
it was so little.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, obviously the personal gold items, whatever you started with, I'm not worried about. Yes.
I think I just broke. Hold on. No. I just broke my thing. Hold on. Okay. We're good.
yay.
I fixed it. My entire money went to negative
Ah,
because I did something wrong and it scared me, so I had to go back.
that in mind, and given the past several days you've had in general, I think it's fair to say you'll probably take a bit of an easy this day.
Yeah,
Is that fair to say?
it is.
Yes. 100%. I take my armor off. I stretch my legs out. Go for a nice leisurely stroll to, like, work out the lactic acid.
That
I-
evening, as you're sitting around, it's pre-dinner.
Okay.
As you look in your notes, you realize there's something been written back to your question.
Okay.
It says, "The lady," with a capital L. Which lady? Capital L. So many ladies.
Is it the lady with the question mark?
E question mark, capital L. Which lady? Capital L question mark. So many ladies. No capitalization.
Okay.
The first world.
I think that's where we're going to end tonight's session. That happy little note and bear traps and such. See, if you'd worn those the whole time, Grotacon, you wouldn't have hit any of the traps.
I don't buy that for a second.
I do. I believe in you.
I believe in Steve, and Steve was not a part of this. All the way to Victory Town.
Magnetic. I mean, they almost were, so. So, thank you for watching this week's episode of Fucking Traps with your party who has done things and stuff. Again, today we accomplished things and stuff. Well done.
Trials, traps, and try again.
Trials, traps, and try again. Try... Try again! That is our life advice. When things go wrong and you do not succeed at the thing you're trying to do, try again!
My life advice for this week.
And with that, we look forward to next week when Mayan will be back and playing. And until then, thanks for playing.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
thanks for playing.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.